Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Saturday. Glad you're with us. We have a special show. This is where finally it feels like this has been forever since we had something really, really special to complete our Nailed It collection, and that is today. Today, if you haven't heard, we have a very special addition to it's really our finale of this collection. And of course, we brought you the bangle. We brought you the matching ring, which have been very popular. Today is the day we bring you the necklace, and it is a full necklace. This is that design that is very much status, designer, couture level, all of that, but at a very special price tag that only TVON could bring in solid gold and diamonds. So we're going to do it better than the designer. We're going to give you a great value. It's a $4,500 piece. You can check it out yourself. But of course, we're going to bring you the value that really we've been striving to bring you in everything in this Nailed It collection that has been so popular. So that is coming up. We'll do that right around the top of next hour. So that's going to be coming up in just about an hour, so we won't make you wait too long. But then there's also, it's not it. We got a lot of special premieres and debuts today, and one of them includes a 5-stone diamond band. This is where you get some of the larger diamonds we've ever put together in a band, and it looks fantastic. But of course, we've done this before in prong set, basket set, pretty typical. Today is the day we bring you the bezel setting. So this is a style that is also going to bring you practicality, but also a beautiful, beautiful designer look that, of course, also works back to all those diamonds by the yard and things like that we've seen that we love. So we're going to bring that to you as well. And these are over 30 points a piece. So really important diamonds that you'll wear every day, I hope. And also we have a very large, very impressive Kunzite today. It's actually going to be our Asher cut. This is a slightly larger version than what I had earlier this week, where we did bring you an Asher. I'll tell you, this 15 karat, perfection in color. The way it's set is beautiful. You're going to love it. So if you've ever wanted a really, really high-end Kunzite, today's your day. Plus, we have some really ultra cool designer pieces that I've never seen before. Where they've been hiding or hanging out, no idea, but we have a piece with, there's a dragon, there's this really cool kind of spiraled effect, almost like a trillion kind of spiral, and then there's even something that we're going to show you in the next couple of minutes that's actually got floating diamonds, or rather floating sapphires and rubies. So we're going to see those and talk about workmanship, but all at crazy good values. That's what we do. And then there's also going to be a variety. I'll tell you, there's so many great collectible pieces, from larger Tahitian pearls to big blue wing black Ds. We got some big earrings today that are actually more affordable than what we've seen of late. Huge markdowns on some of our favorites, like our beautiful fire opal. This is the only fire opal we've had that doesn't just give you orange and red. It's actually more. It's like all the true colors we love of opal. That one I know a lot of you have been eyeing before. You might remember it. It's got a really important baguette mounting. That one's got a brand new reduction, and I'm telling you, it came way down. So looking forward to that, as well as, hey, one more of those designer pieces where we're going to bring you those baguettes and rounds together in what looks like, it ends up looking like you're wearing a lot of large diamonds, but without the price tag. So look how beautiful that is. So nice little set. So yes, lots to get to today. Of course, if you have requests, get those in. We are a live show, so we would love to hear from you throughout the show and find out what it is you're looking for, what we can bring you. Again, stick around for that very special top of the hour we're going to have. And then, of course, I do have 2 Congolese tourmalines. So if you've been missing the boat on the Congolese, we've got a couple of those. I've got a pure shape and an Asher cut. So a lot to get to today. Stay with us. Some surprises around every corner, and get ready on one of a kinds, because the values are going to be so good. They're going to be flying out today, I can tell you that. So let's take a look at our first item. It's actually a Kunzite. We're going to start with a pendant that's going to be a rare heart shape in this Kunzite that we love so much, and yet this one's got a special moment, one of a kind here. That's it. White gold stays as is. 11233938 gets us going here, and what a beautiful stone it is. Of course, there's something very dazzling about a heart shape that's done right, and that's what you have here with the 3 karat 16, is that you do have that really special heart-shaped stone, but it's got really brilliance inside internally, much like it's a round or a trillion, which I think is great, because not every heart shape is going to do that. So you get a really bright, powerful stone. It's a 3 karat 16 in size, and then no diamonds. One of those rare pieces where no diamonds at all with it, just one gorgeous single stone. But then this always reminds me a little bit of an exclamation point, the way this bale is done with that mirror finished gold. And let me show you here from a distance. So you see a little bit of movement on the stone, but let me show you this. This is an important look at it. When you see it from a distance away, and of course there's a few of the diamond rings we have, yes, they're all coming up, but look at how beautiful this drop is. And then you get all this mirror finished gold, which has a little bit of that, well, of course it's really nice and substantial, but it gives it that point where really you see that beautiful look that you're getting. And nice, kind of like the point of the exclamation is a heart shape. So maybe, as I always say, that would be kind of cool if you're trying to show somebody how much you love them, this would be a great gift to give, because maybe that's going to be the sentiment behind it. Not just the love of the heart, but also the fact that maybe that love that you share puts the exclamation in your life, right? So this is really where I think it's a great statement piece, thought out well, but still wearable every day. It's about 1 inch in length top to bottom. Let me show it to you on the neckline as well. We'll show it to you there. Of course, that'll give you a little preview of what's coming up in our nail collection. How pretty is that? We've got the yellow gold there. I've got all 3 gold colors to share with you, by the way, on that one. So these are all great gifting ideas because sizing's not an issue there. So we'll go back to the wheel and take a look at this up close and get a great value for you, because $9.99 is probably not good enough to start here. We're ready to help you out, get something very special. The purples are coming through, the blues are all there. It's just it's a really beautiful look. And we're going to make it really affordable for you right now. Actually, it stays in the white gold, so keep that in mind. But most of our Kunzite we ever do is in the white gold, so that tends to be a favorite, I will say. So I think that's probably what you choose anyways, and we're going to leave it as is. It'll get right out to you on Monday, and then, of course, it's actually better than even $888 or $777. Let's start our Saturday off with a big moment, and it's actually not even going to be even $777 either. We're going to do a lot better than that. So one caller, that's it. Unfortunately, the heart shapes are pretty rare across the board, no matter what the stone is. Kunzite especially. We're going to make it $699 for the first caller. We've already got a couple people. Oh, and there is a really special hoop earring. Calling all hoop gals. There's a turquoise hoop here. Coming up next, turquoise. I say that because you might want to dial in right now, because there's also only 1 pair of those. So first caller on the heart shape, we'll see who's got it. And then we're gonna show you these gorgeous hoops, turquoise sleeping beauties and rounds. Sign me up, but we're gonna show those next. So they're on the way, so get ready. Yes, you have this one. Thank you so much. Allison's gonna take that, and that leaves us right into this hoop style with this omega backing. And this will be item number 1123014. Again, alert, there's only 1 pair. And that's too bad, because I know that we get requests and have been getting requests for years for turquoise hoops, and they've only been here once before, and we have 1 pair for you. That's it. It's going to give you all these round shapes in the turquoise that we love to see. So you get the round shapes, you get those beautiful turquoise, they're still solid stones, right? I mean, we say beads just because they are, obviously a smaller size in the front of the hoop, but they're really gorgeous round stones. And of course, yellow gold only, so this pair will stay as is also. I'm going to try one on for you and show you the size and the length, because this is going to be a round hoop, not oval. So you're going to get a diameter on this one, and that's what they look like from the front here. And then let me show you this. Here's the length, which is so interesting how they sometimes look like the reverse, right? So anyway, we're going to show you here. That's going to be your turquoise right up front. And then let me give you a look at the length here that you're going to get, because that's going to be a little over 1 inch. Actually, it's really 1.5 inches or 1 inch and it's right actually, between 1.25 inches and 1.5 inches. So puts us really about 1 3/8 inches there. But there's only 1 pair, and they're really wearable. And of course, turquoise, goes with everything. So I think you're going to wear these just as often as you would a classic gold hoop, a classic diamond hoop. Maybe this is just the way, again, a hoop lover dresses up the collection and gets something different and bold and statement making. And here they are from a distance away, at least on, so you can get an idea of what that size is like. But also, that's what they're going to look like from a distance. But they got that great color that we love to see. And yes, we're going to make it really affordable. How about this? 1 pair stays in the yellow gold. Again, it's that easy little hinge closure that's an omega back. So it hinges, it opens up, and then you just basically, it kind of snaps closed. It's really, really simple and really, really easy. But that's what they look like from a distance away. And we're going to get them out the door. There's only 1 pair, and they're supposed to be $29.99. We're doing a lot better than that. Back to the wheel we will go and show you what we can do on these. And I'll tell you, that is really, it's the easiest hoop. And we always construct our hoops properly, but that one is about as easy to put on and take off as any we've brought you before. And yet it's going to be, let's make them $9.99 instead. We'll save you $2,000 on that 1 pair of hoops today. And by the way, Allison, oh, you're already busy on the phone lines. I was going to ask who got the Kunzite heart shape. We'll find out who that was. And then we've got that really creative, different style pendant coming up as well. But let me know who's got those, because there's only 1 pair, and yeah. Thank you, Marcy. She picked up the heart shape. Well done. So we are sending our love and thanks to you. And then we'll see who's got the turquoise hoops in the yellow gold at just about, again, that's right over 1.25 inches and right under 1.5 inches in that length. But that just makes them, they're light as a feather. They really are. They're not complicated to wear. They're just, again, great hoops. And I feel like with summertime approaching too, Obviously, these are year round. Jewelry's seasonless. You know, there's not a season for jewelry. You wear what you love any time of year, but there's certainly, when you think about, you know, that resort kind of look, they're gone as well. You know, that's going to be a really good summertime earring. So congratulations. Let me show you this. I'm going to start with this one on the hand, Tony, because it's got a lot of movement to it. And that's why I want to start here. This is a piece I'd never seen until today. So I'm really excited because, you know, I love a little brand new, but this is really very modern and fun and different and bold. It's a circular style, medallion style pendant. It's item number 1123733. Let me start off with the diameter, because the size of this is one thing, but then all of those 6 stones that you have, which are multicolored sapphires and ruby and alexandrite. Oh my goodness. Wow. We're talking about rare, rare stones here. 18 karat solid gold. It looks like it's never been on the air before. So no wonder I haven't seen it. It's brand new right now, and yet I just figured it'd been here a while because it has this tremendous markdown from $49.99, because that's a lot for a pendant, I think. 18 karat white gold, you get a carat 27. Now, you're gonna see this up close as well, but I wanted you to see how, as I move it even subtly, you're getting a little bit of dance to every single one of those colored stones. The diamonds are paved circularly around the edge, but then you get almost that grid-like pattern, and then each one is independently hinged on its own O-ring, so that those alexandrites, rubies, and the pink sapphire will kind of dance. You see how even when the piece is still, doesn't it remind us of our dancing diamond collection we did quite some time ago, where even when the piece is still, you still have the movement of the stones. Here is your diameter. So you're going to get, yep, 1.25 inches in the diameter. That's beautiful. And then we have this one only. Now this one's going to stay in the white gold as well. And you get a carat 27. That's in all of your different carat weights on your color, but you also get 61 points in diamonds. So we can't forget about those, because that's significant to get almost 2/3 of a carat just in your diamond weight. But we have one. Here's what it looks like. By the way, it's a hidden bail. So you're going to put your chain, there's actually 2 of them there. You see it right there. It almost looks like a little heart shape. String your chain right under and through. So under one and out the other. And then you've got that beautiful floating effect that this is going to create. Here's what it looks like from a distance, just to give you an idea of the size there, so you can see what that's all about and see how they move and dance. So that's even going to be a bigger diameter than our nail piece that's coming up, but you can see that size. So let's go back up close, and I want to show you again all the quality of those stones, because there's actually going to be 2 things here. Well, let's describe. The pear shapes are the rubies. The rounds that you see that are about 4 o'clock and 11 o'clock there, that's going to be the round blue sapphires. The one at the very 6 o'clock position, that's the alexandrite. And then, of course, in the very middle is your pink sapphire. You see those diamonds are even at the intersection of the gold between, which is mirror finished. And then, of course, that almost like double nested design of the gold and the diamonds. So really impressive. How about we blow it out from $49.99? I promised I would. I just want to make sure we really make this affordable, but you got a little bit of everything here. You got July's birthstones, September, you've got also June in that alexandrite, which of course is a top quality color changing stone. Again, that's right at 6 o'clock there. So the blue greens, where it's already showing some purple here, and then we'll show it on the hand again for a size reference, but that's going to be one only. I just love seeing the skin through it too. So on a bare neckline, that's where you're going to see that negative space showing through, and we're going to blow it out for $9.99. So huge value there for such a fun and really designer piece. I mean, think about it. Is anyone going to have anything else like that? Probably not. So a beautifully different, bold, unique designer piece right there, and that's going to be for one color only, stays in the white gold. So do let me know who got the turquoise hoops as well, and let me know also if we have requests, because again, right about the top of the hour, we're about 45 minutes away from our Nailed It necklace. That's going to be coming up, and then we have also, ooh, the Congolese stones I think are going to have to be on the early side, but look how pretty that is. Fun. Like the dance of the stones is amazing. So just as you even if you're standing still, or if you're moving, you just get more movement, but those stones are never going to flip. There's a really beautiful way they're done, where they're all hinged on those O-rings, so they don't flip and turn the wrong way. You're always going to see those colors right up front. Thank you. That's gone as well. And then we have something else along those lines. We'll go up close for this one, but this is a brooch. And it's a pendant. So you get multiple, is it? Let me double check that. Nope, this might just be a brooch. Sorry, I had to check. This is just one that I thought, well, we marked it down. So let's bring it out early. Just a brooch here. So your pin is going to go right through the back, but of course, let me show it the other way, because you can wear that, probably you're going to wear it in a vertical fashion, but even if you wanted to wear it side to side like this, is that amazing? And some people find that, you know, with brooches, maybe if they're really, really ornate, or if they're really large, this is lengthy. But I think that the linear quality of it makes it really wearable as well. You can just kind of line it up on a lapel or anywhere you'd like. It's item number 1123714, and this would be also 18 karat gold. Boy, do we spoil you with these these really high-end gold purities, and we're going to bring some platinum here today as well. But look how stunning this is with the three classics. It's blue sapphire, it's emeralds, and it's also ruby, but with diamonds as well. The three butterflies. I love the significance of the number 3, and it can have a lot of significance and different meaning to different people. So something to think about there. 3 butterflies, and also the channel set diamonds. Oh, the bezel. So just make sure that you know that everything in the butterflies is bezel set, both the color and the diamonds. But then the rest of the diamonds that run the length of the brooch, that's actually going to be a channel setting. So they're really set into a, think of it like in a groove, right? And then you can just, you know, obviously you don't have to wear it one way or the other. It can be horizontal, it can be vertical, it can be anywhere you want it. But it's been $34.99. And like I say, for a brooch, most people are not usually willing to spend thousands of dollars on a brooch, when actually I think it could be something that ends up being one of the more wearable pieces in your collection, because really there's a way to wear it every day. Even on days you're not maybe wearing all your rings or not loading up a lot of necklaces, honestly, a brooch can always be added. And sometimes it's just that little perfect extra you need and want to really dress up anything, right? And that's kind of the beauty of it. So we actually have the individual carat weights on the 3 important, what we call the big 3 gemstones, of course, ruby, sapphire, and emerald, but then you're also getting those diamonds. So let me show it from a distance just so we can get to the length here, and then we are going to blow it out. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. So huge value right now. And again, there's that pin in the back. So you see it's got that little latch at the bottom there, or top. And let's show it from a distance here so you can see how this would look. Let me try to get these butterflies up right for you. I'll give you a little perspective. So you've got a length here from top to bottom that's going to be, gosh, it should be, yep, 2 1/4. Let's see if that's accurate. It is a little bit, I would say more than that. It's 2 3/8 actually. It looks like to me, yep, let's just scooch it over. There we go. So yeah, 2 3/8 I would say on that one. And then of course a beautiful look. And then I would say that also, because the pin is running straight up and down or side to side or however you want to wear it. I mean, there's a million ways to wear this. But that's the other thing, is that you really could, you don't need a bail per se. You could put a chain right through the pin, and I think it's going to sit just like I'm doing with the tweezers, right? If you put your chain through it, it's going to sit beautifully as a long style pendant as well. So I think that you can do that just by putting your favorite, you know, thinner gauge chain right behind it. And it's going to be, let's just make this easy too. It's not $34.99. Let's make it $999 only on that one. And yes. Which one? Oh, the turquoise hoops are back. Oh, okay, so good. Good news for everybody. Does anyone know of anybody that we turned away that we should call back and give them first dibs? Turquoise hoops were sold, but now they're back. So keep that in mind. And by the way, we'll find out who got that. Was it you, Tim, that got that pendant? That beautiful circular pendant? Who was that? Oh, good. Thank you so much. So this is our $9.99 brooch here. Turquoise hoops are back if you want them. So keep that in mind, and we'll go ahead and, you know, help you out. If you need to see them again, let me know. But obviously, with as many people as we turned away, it's probably a matter of time until we get that call in that says, I want them badly, get them now. So might be your lucky day, meant to be moment. Here we go. Coming up, I've got some Congolese tourmalines to show you. Also, just want to point out, if you want to see something really, really rare, let's go up close to this, because this is not something you see every day. And I've never had the chance to present, but boy, is it gorgeous. And those are, believe it or not, those are emeralds. Have you seen emeralds in round cabochon cuts where they actually display a cat's eye? So the graduated style, that goes all the way through the length of, oh, you knew that was going to happen. It's a weightier piece. So let me show it to you from a distance on the wrist. Just want to point this out. I was a little bit shocked at how very affordable this is, when it really has no business being this affordable. When, check this out from length to length here. You've got a graduation of round stones. So obviously that largest stone starts in the middle, and then from either direction out, they're going to be all symmetrically, basically matched in their size, and get smaller and smaller as they go around. And then look at the glow that they give from a distance away. And that's in bright, bright hot light. This is where 18 karat gold, just love this look. It's going to be, of course, 1123396, stays in the white gold. Look at how it's finished in the back, so you never need to worry about, you know, as you wear it, you're never gonna have to clean those cabochon emeralds from the back. It's all finished beside it. It's all like really solid. And look at how beautiful those stones are. As we are winding down May, just thought this was a piece that we should bring out here. A 9 karat 67 total weight of your cat's eye emerald. Think about that. And then you've got 222 in diamonds. Every single one is halo, and every single one is a diamond between it. So it's really creating this look from a distance away. And I'll tell you, that is just looks museum caliber right there. No question about it. It looks like the piece that should be completely priceless, like you could never put a price on it in a million years because it's just so rare and you'd never be able to make one again. And yet this one has got a markdown when I've never shown it. So started at, I kid you not, $29,999. That is a wonderful, it's a wonderful price for a piece like that. If you would like it, today is the day. And I just wanted to show it early because why not? When we have values like this, sometimes it's not about the price point, it's about the amount saved. And a lot of times you're saving more on those more pricey, unique, individual museum type pieces like this is, because that's what has to happen. We don't sell a lot of $30,000 items. We sell a lot of items that are worth $30,000, but we don't charge at $30,000. So there's a difference. And I'm proud to say that today, this isn't even $15,000, which is already 50% off. We're taking it lower than that. It's just one of those stunning individual pieces here. I do want to double check the length because they didn't bother to measure it, so I better, just to make sure this isn't some, unusual length for you. So give me just a second. I want to make sure you see the closure as well. It is 7 inches. So when you clasp it, they've actually done something really cool and designer to this clasp and closure. So I'm just going to fasten it here and then show you. That is how the closure is done. And then of course you can see the figure 8. So actually that's going to be the only break in the emeralds. The chatoyan emeralds is where you get this almost oval-like disc that is all satin finish, and then that line that you see that looks like a crescent moon, that's actually where it closes. So it's giving you this seamless look where it creates that oval link. And then you've got, of course, your figure 8 safety to make sure that's latched and secure. So that's how the closure looks. 7 inches exactly. So that means that obviously if you wear a 6.5, this is going to give you just a little bit of drape. I mean, you know what kind of bracelet, in a line bracelet you wear, but it's under 15,000. So excited this one is here and just totally unique and rare and specialty. And you know what? It's not even 15 or 14 or $13,000. It's only $12,999 today. So that's just one. I know that's an elite piece and something that you would tune in knowing you're going to see on any given day here at TVON. You're going to see rare and you're going to see special and you're going to see designer, but nobody expects to see cat's eye emeralds in basically a line bracelet style that look as glowy. Honestly, if that was one stone, pick a stone, like any of those stones, if that was one stone just sitting in a ring, centered up in a ring, I would be absolutely floored, because not only the chatoyant phenomenal effect that it's giving, which we rarely see in emeralds, but also the fact that each emerald, forget about one, but each and every individual emerald is so clean. And that's something that, emeralds struggle with. And you might think, well, with a cabochon, it might struggle even further. It might be more cloudy or hazy or opaque almost. But that's not the case here. It is bright, every single one of them. They have the same color. They have the same brightness. They have that translucency, or really bordering on transparency, where you see not just the chatoyancy and that glow, but you see right through the stone. That's so rare to get in any individual emerald. So the fact that that's here all along 7 inches, pretty amazing. So we'll take a look at it. It's a $30,000 piece under 13 today. And so had to show that early stays in the white gold, and again, 7 inches in length. So do you like my rings? They're both available. We're going to show those as well. And then we do have some tremendous markdowns. This is the other phenomenal stone that usually doesn't look like this. We do fire opals all the time and they are beloved, but usually our fire opals only have one color, or really a color blend of orange and red. This is where you're seeing all the colors of opal. Greens, purples, pinks, yellows, all of that's coming through. So that's that really special reduction I was telling you about. It's one of our bigger reductions of the day. So it's almost like a big sale Saturday here, right? Not necessarily a holiday yet, but this is where there's some very, very serious reductions in price tags. And don't forget about the fabulous turquoise hoops. Just want to remind you, let me make sure that we actually see these on the air one more time, just so you know. And again, I know that's a little bit more exotic piece, but want to show you the good stuff right off the bat. But take a look at these turquoise hoops. That, again, I know they were just here. They were sold and then someone switched it out. So they looks like they just switched for something else. So here's what we've got. It's a $9.99 hoop earring. It's yellow gold only. And remember, they're about 1 3/8 inches there in their diameter. So great omega back styling, really easy to put on. And that's a fabulous value at $9.99. So just want to remind you that they sold, and I know a lot of you were disappointed, but nobody's called back in to get them. So that's the time to get them if you want them, because again, sometimes that happens, right? They just come right back. So, switcheroos happen, and then we'll get to that big fire opal, because the simple fact is, this diamond weight alone should be about triple what I'm going to charge you for this fire opal ring that I flashed. So let me know on the turquoise, and then here we go. This is fire opal beyond. I almost hesitate to call it fire opal because it's not our basic fire opal. And and none of our fire opals are basic either, because they're all those really pretty, forget about yellow, forget about dingy, hazy. They're all bright, bright as can be, usually cherry reds. This is that neon orange. Think like mandarin garnet, but of course it's opal. So it's still a phenomenal stone, but usually the fire opals only give you one color. This is where you're getting the beauty of what you would find in a really top-notch, either lightning ridge stone or a crystal opal, and you're getting all of those rainbow colors within. So it's not just about, yes, the body of the stone is that bright, 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 awesome neon orange, but you get every color of the rainbow within it as well. And that's really, really important. And it's different. You don't see that all the time. And that's where I can say we've never seen one except for this very stone. And that's why I'm excited about it, is that it's also going to be a really big reduction in price. And that's why we're bringing it out. It's 1123657. So I know a lot of you have been eyeing this one. This is why also just really sacrifice Saturday, I think is what this should be called. We are sacrificing all profit and cost here to get you a great value on a really high-end, super designer, gorgeous ring. But really, we talked about the 352 opal. It's set in platinum, and that's 2 carats 30 in diamonds, most of which are tapered baguettes. And then I actually like when it swings around to the side here. Watch this. Look at the back of the band there. Do you see all the colors that are happening? That's a reflection of the opal. So the opal colors are reflecting, and they're actually reflecting on the inside of the band like that. So you've got 230 in diamonds. Call me early. I know it's early on a Saturday and we don't get a lot of people joining us till later, but let me tell you, this is where you're going to be kicking. All the people that join in later that watch the rerun, they're going to be like, oh, why didn't I tune in early? How did I miss that big value? Here it is. And then we've got a request coming up. Marianne, you got it. It's coming up. We got a really important Mahangi in the bridge, but I got to try this on. I had to take off my diamond rings for a minute because this is just, oh, look at this. Forget it. This is a diamond ring. I mean, is it a fire opal or is it a diamond ring? It feels more like a diamond ring than a fire opal, although the way this is done, true cocktail ring in style here, and it's going to be better than this $8,999. That's what we all said, yeah, love it, but I don't know about $9,000. Well, I've got good news. It's nowhere near $9,000, and the same thing applies, what we always talk about with opals. This is really special. Look at how beautiful that is, and then if I block the light a little bit more, you're only going to see more color. So this is the same thing applies to this fire opal as well, is that all the colors you're seeing are going to be magnified when you see it in a more typical, normal light. So everything you see is only going to get better. Those purples are going to be brighter. Those greens, you see the neon greens, the neon yellows. Well, I am proud to say this is not even $4,000, which is already more than half off. More than. This is a really important ring, and you could never, I promise you could never buy this diamond mounting. Are you thinking about this one, Allison, already? Or you want the turquoise earrings? I'm so excited for whoever that is, because this is one of the biggest reductions, which is why I'm putting it up so early. It is not even $3,000. How on earth? Don't even know, just take it without even thinking about it, because it's $29.99 to the very first caller, and that is unbelievable when you look at the stone. We've never had an opal like that. I would say it's safe to say we never will again after this one is gone. And to get just that diamond mounting in platinum, think about what that would be on its own. So huge value there, big fire opal, $230. That's the biggest mounting I will show you today. Actually, the only way to get a bigger diamond mounting today, or diamond piece, is actually in a bracelet. And it's our biggest diamond bangle here, and it's way more money. And that's the only way to get more diamonds, is when they go across your wrist. So this is the one to own, $29.99. Do not leave that here, because that is definitely one of those, you know what I always say, it's the biggest shopping rule that really I adhere to. And it's just not even a rule as much as it is just a statement of fact. As a shopper, and you guys know this because I know this isn't your first rodeo shopping for great jewelry, but when you see a value on something that is second to none, you know that other people are seeing it as well, and it's never going to last. That's the thing about shopping for really unique pieces that are one of a kind. The good stuff goes. That is my mantra when it comes to shopping. I love unique things. I always shop for unique things, but I got to tell you, when you wait or when you dawdle on the unique pieces, when you see that value in that little shopper's voice inside of you saying that's a heck of a deal, you got to strike and you got to go and you got to get it, because it's amazing. So $29.99, take a look at it. We're going to get that one out the door, and then it's going to be time for a request for Marianne's Mahangi coming up in a bridge. So that's going to be very, very exciting. So that's going to be coming up next. And we got a new reduction on that one too. So good time to make requests, because it looks like everything I've seen that's planned is reduced. And then things that are even coming out based on your request, those are also being reduced as well. So give me a call. Let's move on. That one is somehow here. That's a little shocker, but here we go. This is our Mahangi spinel. This is in the bridge mounting, and this is one of our top quality because the size is massive. You know, with the Mahangas, they rarely do they get up to 1 carat. This is where you're actually getting well over that. We're going to come in a little closer. This is a large bridge, but nothing's going to really, be any more extended than that last ring. But here we go with our Mahangi spinel. It's item number 1120765. And how about that stone? Really special color, the brightest neon pinks and reds that come together. It doesn't really look a lot like other stones. Now, if you typically like more hot pink instead of red, if you're like, if I want a red, I'll go get a ruby, or I'll go get maybe a red spinel if I can find one. This is really more, I would say, for the Mahangis. It's really the color of a hot pink sapphire, if that's typically what you like to get. So really just intense. It's got that still neon where you block the light, watch as I did there. You've got even more neon pop. It just, the color gets brighter, and it's a carat 21, which makes it one of our bigger spinels we have. Now it also has a carat 05 in the bridge mounting, so you're getting a lot of gold weight. This is not the largest style. I know that a lot of people get confused when they see this because we do one larger version that's wider. This is more of the medium size, believe it or not, so it's not overwhelming. So if you struggle with bigger rings or think, I'm not sure if I can go really extra ultra wide if I want to wear something every day, and you can with spinel. So I know a lot of people are going, I don't know what a spinel is, so tell me, is that one of those rare stones that I can't wear because I have to be super delicate because it's got a soft, kind of durability? No, it's actually an 8.5 on the Mohs scale. 8.5, so you're good to go. This is really far and away above the actual minimum that I really qualify as what's everyday wearable. I think anything 7 or greater on the Mohs hardness scale is wearable every day. That's my belief. But again, as long as you treat your jewelry well, right? You don't do anything that's just like silly. But this is where you've got that great durability. So rare stone, but still giving you a lot of durability to it. And it's in the bridge. Marianne, asking for it. Glad you did, because this was $69.99, and boy, has it just toppled down into a new price and a whole new price range, really. I mean, this is really special. So instead of $69, we're going to blow it out right now, and it's not even going to be half of that price, $3,500. This has not happened on a carat 21. I've sold a lot of spinels in my day. I've sold a lot of the Mahangis here in the last few years. These bigger stones simply have a threshold. It's like they never ever go lower than a certain point is what that means. And usually for a carat stone, even a carat by itself, that would be $3,000. Even after reductions, after a piece has been here a while, that's not what's happening here. We're taking a carat 21, lower than $3,000. I would just say first caller, because guess what? If you're not the requester, you can get it too. We never want to just, again, it's a matter of who can dial in first and fastest, and we can even change the gold color if you want us to as well. And this is what it looks like on the hand before we just say $29.99 and done. We're going to make it a lot better than that. Here it is on the hand, and it's a really special color. You can see just in comparison, normal pink, hot pink. That's the difference right there. Classic pink, hot pink. There is a big difference here when you get into the spinel world of this variety out of Tanzania. And it's not even $29.99. So we have calls coming in. This is not one to wait on. We can change the gold. We're going to get you your favorite size. Remember that also it's true to size on this one. It's the next step up in the bridge, the bigger version of this, where you have to size up a little, not this one. So go true to size. Think about where you want to wear it on the hand, but it's not even going to be $2,000. Major blowout here at $19.99 on our 121 Mahangi spinel. That's a very, very important piece right there, and proud to bring it. And you know what? I would say maybe 20% of the time requesters take what they request. So never hesitate to think, that's my dream ring, that's the one I want, but I wasn't the requester. If you call in, you can get it. It is first come, first served on our one of a kinds. It's the only fair way to do it. So let us know if you like that one at $19.99. That's going to be 30 more seconds. And again, the white, the yellow, or the rose. But when those diamonds, let me show you how this bridge works if you're new to it, is that the 3 rows that sit lower, they're going to go all the way underneath and through, and you still get to see, this is where it's so beautiful, because you really see the neon glows of that stone, but you're seeing it from the profile and the top of the stone. It's not just about, oh, hey, there's that stone, it's going to be a little sliver and you don't get to see. You get to appreciate that stone from all the angles, and why not? Why not see the beautiful cutting and the color that goes all the way through like that, and the fact that it's got 3 rows in diamonds, but that's just what goes underneath, and then a row top and bottom, and we're verifying on that one as well. So let's see who's got it, and then we're going to get into our Congolese that we have. There's also a new ruby, at least new to me. It's a ruby pendant. I have to say that because I missed a couple days for the first time in a long time. And so I was like, maybe you never know if you've seen something or not, but look at this ruby piece with the bow. Have you seen this yet? This is so pretty. And I was wowed by the price tag on our designer ruby bow style. It's 1123,580. And this is going to be all princess cut rubies. And just like a princess should, if you picture a princess, pretty, pretty princess, she's probably got a bow somewhere, right? On her dress. maybe in her hair, right? It just feels the ultimate feminine piece. 214 in 18 karat gold is your ruby carat weight. Then you get 55 points in diamonds, and it's on an 18-inch adjustable chain. So you get this box link, which is going to give you that smooth, slinky, reflective surface. But then, do you see that? That's going to allow you to adjust it shorter. So any length really up to 18, you're good to go. And all of that look, it's that big squared off style, set at an angle. There's even great finishing on the inside. So you can see that's where we do an under gallery for your necklace. Pretty unusual, but why not? It's just the mark of great, you know, great designer jewelry. And then there's even some special diamonds here as well, which we'll show you when it's up close. It's 1 inch top to bottom, which I'll show you here. There is only one, so it's going to fly. It stays in the white gold. Remember, that's 18 karat solid. There it is, 1 inch top to bottom. I'll show it on the neckline coming up next. How pretty is this? Ooh la la, so pretty. And don't forget, we're only about 30 minutes away from our very important Nailed It collection necklace. The Nailed It necklace is here, but let's go back and I'm going to show this close up as well so you can see it here, because this is an important piece. And you could actually, if you want to put your chain on just through one side of the bow, which is pretty much, is it all baguettes? It's all baguettes. And even on the inside of the bow, amazing. That is a special piece, one collar, and July is coming up. It'll be here before you know it. I just pointed out because it's Ruby's birthstone, or rather, July's birthstone is Ruby. And it's not even going to be $39.99. I love that price. There's that finishing up close. So you see how there's actually bails throughout the back of the bow? You could actually make it sit at a little angle if you want to use 1 or 2 of the bails instead of all 3 straight across. So you can kind of play with the way you set it on your neckline, but it's only going to be, wait a minute, $39.99. I'm loving that, but if we take it to $19.99, that's way better. I'm going to go even lower than that. Remember, over 2 carats. Is there a better combination? I ask, truly, is there a better combination than a princess cut ruby when it's from Burma and it's going to show off the glow of those blue reds? Could there be a better combination? I just don't think there is. And the way they're set side to side to side, no gold in between them, no prongs at all. It's just like they're all setting next to each other, side by side, and almost like setting themselves, right? And it gives you that beautiful seamless look that almost looks like you're wearing one huge ruby, but it's going to be better than 19, better than 18. Let's just take it all the way down. We got to move some jewelry here. It's Saturday. It's the morning or the afternoon, depending on where you are. It is time to shop. And I know we're all waiting with a very, very high anticipation for that top of the hour, but this is the piece if you want. If you're a pendant gal, a necklace gal, today is your day. This one's only going to be $1,007. You know what? Skip 17. Skip $16.99. Let's go all out. $15.99 first caller. I just think that's the value right there. And let me know who's got the Mahangi. If anybody's got that Mahangi in the bridge, might still be available. And then let me know what requests you have, because we're happy to help. We're only about 20 minutes away from that Nailed It collection necklace, so you don't have much longer to wait. And then our very large Kunzite coming up. Such amazing values today. I hope you can stay with us and shop something you love, because we've got all price points covered, and you can see that no matter how important it is coming way down in price. That's a $4,000 TVON piece for $15.99 only. So one caller on that one. I just love it. And the baguettes are always so unique to find. And the way that, think about how difficult this is to craft, in that you've got every single individual tapered baguette has to be precision cut for this piece. You can't just like scoop into a bucket of baguettes and expect them to work in this bow design. It doesn't work that way when they're all tapered and custom. And then you have the inside of the bow. It's creating that dimension where you see, just like an inside out hoop earring, the inside of the bow is lined with diamonds just as the outside is, and that one is here. All right, so coming up, let's move on. We got a lot of necklaces, a lot of pendants, bracelets, you name it, we got it. But this is where I think that there's so many of you that, at least historically, I speak on, you know, just being here all the time and showing you great jewelry. What we can't seem to get enough of these days, now that they're reduced, are the rings that look like this. Keep in mind, this is our last one from this designer. It is spectacular. I was wearing this next to the band that's coming up later today. That's that 5-stone with the big diamonds in the bezels. This is 1118612. I had underestimated how long this had been here, and yet it's come out to play today as our last of its kind, where it looks like, well, obviously overall floral, but it looks like you have a big oval diamond in the middle, and then you've got that fabulous detail around it, where it's going to start with, to really anchor it, it's going to start with the split shank. That leads up to this. You see there's multi-levels, and there's actually some alternating ways that these diamonds are set. If you look at what we would call the petals there, they're different shapes as well. Marquise cuts and pear shapes made up of baguettes and rounds. So again, there's not a marquise or an oval in the ring. It's all baguettes or rounds, but they're together to create those shapes as if you have marquise cut and round and ovals and pear-shaped stones. So it looks like, and this is why we call them illusions. Now, I use that word with hesitation because a lot of illusion styles out there in the jewelry world mean that there's really just the look of diamonds without diamonds. That is not what this illusion is. This is an illusion in the sense that, like what I was just talking about, it's taking baguettes and rounds, but making them look like bigger diamonds of different cuts. So baguettes and rounds that look like a big oval in the middle. Baguettes and rounds that look like pear shapes and marquise cuts on the side. And then you do have the rounds in that split shank on the sides. Take a look at this. This is going to be a major, major wow. And you know we can't keep these around. It's one only. It stays in the white gold. It's 18K as well. So we've got that higher end gold. And of course, this is what it looks like on. Statement piece, no doubt about it. It is 100% that just beautiful, bright statement piece that we love. That could be your right hand ring, could be on the middle finger or the index finger because it's got that bigger size to it as well. Sits up a little higher. You saw me add, I was stacking the band next to it earlier, which you can do. It'd be great if you want to add a little more support at the bottom or just a little more of width to the band. You can add a wonder ring to it. It'd be perfect. It'll slide right up next to it. So you can actually be perfect for that. So I'm calling all wonder ring lovers out there, which is most of you watching right now, have a wonder ring of some kind, right? You can slide up wonder rings on either side of it if you want to give it even more wow factor. You can do that. But it's not even $69.99. First caller takes it. We got a huge reduction on it. That's what we had to do. We had these for years. This designer was kind enough to lend out some of their designs, but we had them for years because even with the reduced prices from retail, they were still far too much for what we expect here and what you expect in diamonds. So it took them being here for years, and we weren't, quite frankly, selling them because the price tags were different than what our diamond prices usually are. So they ended up being here for a while, and so one day we just decided, okay, they can either go back to the designer and we look embarrassed because they're going to think, you marked them down a good 70% off retail and you still couldn't sell them, but that's our value. If that's not a statement to what we do in value every day, I don't know what is. The fact that when designer pieces were marked down 70%, they were still far too much for you and me here on this show. And that's just because we've set the standard so high for value. We really have. So this is instead, this is part of that reduced where finally when we reduce them to our more typical pricing, and obviously didn't touch on the carat weights because honestly with this one, I never like to talk about the carat weights because I like you to see it for what it looks like because it looks like you're wearing 10 carats in diamonds. It really does. That oval in the middle looks like a 3 carat on its own. All of those different shapes around it look like huge individual diamonds. So it looks like you're wearing 10 carats or more. You're in actuality getting a carat 32. But never in a million years does this look like a carat 32. There's that illusion again. And it's not $3,000. It's not even going to be $29.99. When we got these under our own cost, that's when you started to say, okay, now I've got to get those. Now I want one. Now I'm going to try it. Now I'm going to experience it. And everyone's coming back for more. That's what's impressive. It's not even $29.99. This is your chance to get the last of its kind. And I'll tell you right now, I know there's a lot of glare when these baguettes sit at this angle straight up and down like they do. Every single diamond is white, bright, and spectacular. And then you see what they do. That's my favorite thing about emerald cuts and baguettes is that surface mirror-like shine you get. That's amazing. And it's not even $2,500. We'll blow it out for $24.99. We have one, and that is it. And unfortunately, no other creations, no other designs. That is it now. So you're getting all the 18 karat gold, which there is plenty of. You get that great statement look of bigger diamonds, and never think about it. If it was a 12, if it was a 10 karat diamond ring, would any of us be able to afford that? If it was VS diamonds and big individual stones and had over 10 or 12 carats, that would be a very pricey ring. And this gives you that look of with incredible workmanship, higher purity to your gold, and yes, $24.99 still. So that's here if you'd like it. We'll give it 30 seconds, then we're going to rock and roll. Got a lot to show you, but of course, there's also going to be that big top of the hour, which I think whenever there's a big top of the hour, everyone's anticipating. A lot of people just hang out and don't shop the one-of-a-kinds leading up to it because they're waiting for the top of the hour. Well, that's very limited as well. There's only so many we can make of that design because incredibly detailed workmanship. And what about if you could have all the designer look and pay very, very little to get it? Well, that's what we're doing coming up the top of the hour. So stay with us. Now, there is a pearl piece, and I do have some large Tanzanite earrings. These have been very, very popular of late. But the problem is most of the time when you get sizes like this, they've been $12,000, $13,000. This one is needing a little bit of polish, but then it's not going to be anywhere near $12,000 or $13,000 for those cushion cuts. So if you've been waiting on some of the bigger Tanzanite earrings to drop, they're here and they are really good. So we've got those cushion cuts. That's going to give you 11 carats still in carat weight, but what a value on those Tanzanite earrings. So if you've been waiting on the drops, you want a little bit bigger style, and you're ready for a big discounted price, we got it today. And then we even have some, you know what, Tanzanite earrings are here too, in studs. So we'll share those with you as well before we get going. Now there's a gold quartz pendant. If you're a fan of our angel wing design, this is very specific. And I'll tell you right now, it's one of those that I think just has so much, it's precious. It really is. I don't think I've ever used that word to describe a piece of jewelry before, but this one just really is with the angel wing design up above it. And that's the gold quartz that we love. It's item number 112, 4145. And at this point, if you have a great gold quartz ring, or maybe you're just a necklace lover and you love to wear your exotic stones on your neckline, this is a great way to go because we don't do a lot of gold quartz in necklaces or pendants. And it's going to be 4145 is the number. And that's what I wanted to show you here is how it's set. Basket work still sits up off the neckline. And that's important in the way it's actually crafted, but then you get it here with a look at that stone. This one's not going to sit on its own, and the poor thing has a little smudge on its bail, so that's from the inventory tag, so I'm sorry about that, and I'm not going to be able to get that off. But this is, just not on the air here, live on TV, but I will have our jewelers do it for you. It's a $290 in that gold quartz and 29 points in diamonds, and so if you'd like it, we'll make it a really nice reduced price, and we'll make that $1 to the first caller. Why not? Let's just try that. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll sell it. You never know. It might go, but it's $1 to the first caller. So let me know if you'd like it. Gold quartz I know has been one of the top wish list items, but in a pendant, because it seems like everything we do is in a ring. So here's the way you get a pendant, and I'll pay for it. You don't have to, and well, you pay $1. So certainly if that's not a statement of value, I don't know what is, because that to me is a value right there. I think it's a value. You know, there's obviously nothing we can do in fine jewelry. What can you get? I can't even get a bottle of water. A bottle of water costs $4. I spent $4 on a bottle of water the other day. So, you know, I'd rather have this for $1. All right, so who's got it? Jess, you've got it? Whoop, whoop. Who is it? First caller. Caroline, thank you so much. Woohoo, way to go. All right, so Caroline got that one. We'll find out where she's from. How many people we got with us? 14 of you. Busy Saturday, hey. Good, good to know we might do that again. You never know when those are going to pop up because I never know. It's just when the mood strikes me. And congratulations, Caroline. We're going to find out where she's calling. Is she in Oregon? Oregon. Thank you so much, congratulations, Caroline. Well done. Way to have the quick draw on the phone lines today. By the way, the diamond piece, the nail. Now, I'm giving you a heads up. We have 13 minutes or so till we're going to get to that. If you'd like to look it up for yourself, because if you don't believe a word I say, well, it's really easy to search. Well, you'd have to search the special word, which is French for nail, but I'm not going to. You know the designer, right? The French designer with the red boxes. They're the ones that do this design or something very similar, and they do the necklace like this for $4,500, and theirs has less diamond weight than ours, so, you know, just saying. So we're going to have that coming up at the top of the hour. So if you want to see it for your own eyes, you've got time to maybe do a quick search on your phone and look for that and see where. Now, granted, there's some that go for $15,000. When they have more diamond weight, we went with the more simple, elegant, because we want it to be everyday wearable for you. So it's the completer piece to the set. The bangle started it all. Then we brought you the ring, which we brought you in recent days. And now today, the final piece, the necklace, is coming up in about 13 minutes or so. And you can check it yourself. It's a $4,500 retail, which I know would put it, you would spend just under $5,000 out here in LA County for that with tax. And of course, we don't charge that for most of you. So that's the other thing. And we're going to get you a better price than $4,500, I have a feeling. And ours has more diamond weight. So, you know, nice. Let's take a look here at our wheel that's empty because I've already sold that. At least we got the dollar ring gone, right? Or the dollar pendant. This is what we're going to do here. This is Tanzanite. Blue wing block D Tanzanite in an earring covered in diamonds surrounding it. That's the halo design we love. And guys, there's still a few pieces left from the first hour. The pendant at the angel wings is not, but there are a few other pieces that are. So you can still call on those. But this is where practically free is going to be the name of the game here. It's item number 1119896. This is going to give you the most classic, I think, that we do in a Tanzanite stud. For the record, we have a very strong feeling about our blue wing block Ds that a simple stud, meaning just a stone in a basket, is not good enough. When we are dealing, as we are here, as we have been for the last 5 years, when you are dealing with the literal best Tanzanite that has ever been mined, we feel very strongly that it should not just be a stone in a basket. It needs diamonds. And we still realize that a lot of people say, but a stud is for everyday wear, so don't make it too dressy, don't make it too over the top. I want to wear it all the time, and I want to have a great giftable, and I want to do that. So this is really what we came up with, that is really designed to be that perfect blend of still classic, still more or less casual, but we really felt, because these Tanzanites are so high-end, we really felt like adding a beautiful halo in diamonds was the way to go. So that's what you're getting here in really our most classic and most affordable earring in Tanzanite. Obviously, I flashed those big dramatic drops we have, which are great, but if you want to go something closer to the ear, something more cash, something that's not going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars, this is where you go. And here's how easy we're going to make it, because, you know, we see you guys are looking for a value. Not just, so you're telling me you don't like regular TVON value is not good enough today. You want a better value? Well, you've come to the right place, because I'm ready to move some jewelry. So here we go, and I'm ready to shop. Some days you're just, you know, for me, it's every day. That's how I knew I had the flu. I was like, I went 2 days without shopping. I'm serious. I'm truly serious. That was not a joke. I'm serious. I went 2 days without shopping. That's how miserable I was last week. It's true. That's why I knew. I knew it got me bad when I'm like, I don't even want to shop. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to shop. I can't shop. That's the thing. If you're like me and you're going, I just need to, like, you know, I need to shop. I need to do something. I don't want to break the bank, but I need something good. This is it. You get 86 points in your blue wing block Ds. That's a minimum carat weight. So some of you are probably, most of them are going to be a carat. The smallest ones I have are here. The point is that dimensions are the same, but with a different, you know, keep in mind, if I got 10 stones and we're going to make 5 pairs of earrings, each different stone might have a slightly different carat weight. So that's why we say this pair is 86 points minimum. That's the smallest you're guaranteed to get. Most of you are going to get a carat or more. It's just a matter of each stone sometimes weighs a little bit different. You don't just have a stone, every single stone in every single size is going to have the exact same carat weight. And we're very specific. So 86 points, the minimum. You're probably going to get a carat. They're looking like a carat. They're looking like a half carat. You can wear them. They're meant to be worn north to south. You can wear them east to west, or even as an ear crawler if you want to. But there is a value that is better than $9.99. Let's get them out the door. We only have a couple of pairs, like I mentioned. It is white, yellow, rose, so we do give you that option to really customize them for your preference. The beauty of this is that I know a lot of people say, no big deal. I have a blue wing and I love it. Don't worry if you don't get earrings. I'll go somewhere else. The problem with going somewhere else is that whether you shop expensive Tanzanite or cheaper Tanzanite, the problem is this: you're never going to get that match to a blue wing block D unless you're shopping here, because we're the only ones that have it. Truly, we are the only ones that have it. So if you're shopping Tanzanite elsewhere, you're going to get a lesser quality, and therefore it wouldn't work back to the rings, the pendants, the bracelets that you already have from us. So this is why it is imperative to shop this earring if you want that matching quality, and this is it. So white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, and how about it? We're going to make sure this is really an important value. I told you they're not $9.99 because I want to bring you that, remember, extra savings that we're doing on everything, so that you guys can, again, get the big value. I'm going to show one up against the ear as well, because it might as well help, you know, to see what, they're not small earrings. They've got that halo. Part of that is to give them a little more wow factor. That's what they look like from a distance. Here's your measurement. They are going to be 3/8 of an inch from top to bottom, and that's if you wear them north to south, as they're really designed to do. We do the post at the upper third of the earring. Now, we already have 2 pairs gone, but operators, I ask you kindly not to take any orders yet, because the price tag is actually going to be better than $9.99. So get ready, because this is not going to last. I told you how many pairs I have. It's not that many to go around. So we want to make sure you get them before they're completely gone. This is what they look like from a distance away, so you can really see how beautiful and bright they are. Even when you see them from a distance, they're still glowing. They're still giving you those purples and blues and reds that we insist upon. That's what makes blue wing block D blue wing block D. That's it right there. And we're going to take another close-up look. I just love that north to south. They still, depending on your lobe, they could drop a little, or they could just be a little bit more on the lobe like they are on mine, but that just depends on how the shape of your lobe and your piercing and where it is. But how about this? $8.88, forget it, skip it. We've got now, it looks like 5 pairs are gone. We might be sold out before I've even dropped the price to the lowest. You're getting a better price tag. And so that is why, if you haven't dialed in yet, you got to go now, because there's just not enough to go around. I know that. It's a Saturday morning. There's not enough, especially when we bring this value down below $8.88. Come on in, guys. Come on in. If you don't love them, you send them back. There's no way you're not going to love them, unless you're just like, no, I like the lower quality Tanzanite. I've never heard people say that before, and that's pretty too. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty. But if you can get material with red flash, true trichroism at work, the blues, the purples, the reds all together, that's what you want to have. And it's not even going to be $777 a pair. They're better than that. and we're already, it looks like we have enough callers on the phone lines. Whether everyone's taken one or not, I don't know. But we have enough callers on the phone lines right now to sell them out. That is why you cannot be waiting to get on the lines. You have to go now, where they're not even $699 a pair, and you're choosing your gold color. And they're great for gifting, because all you need to know is, does she have her ears pierced? And most ladies do. So if she does, she can wear them. I feel comfortable giving studs as gifts because everybody wears studs at some point in time, right? There's always an occasion, there's always a need, there's always a look. And you know what? It's not even going to be $699 either. We're going to blow them out right now for $599 a pair. And that's for your choice of gold color too. So you take them, and then they automatically, even if you're in the minority that don't have a blue wing block yet, we've still got a few left, but this is the time to pick them up. So already one pair gone. Did you get a pair, Allison? All right, so we've got one pair, two pairs, and Jason, you've got a pair. Thank you. Let me know, operator, so I can keep track, because once those pairs are sold out, they're done and gone and sold out, and here they are at the very tail end, and we're getting you a better price, a reduced price. A should be $999 that now is $599, and that is it. Ready for that top of the hour? Are we're ready for it? Are we excited? It's been long anticipated. It is so different and cool. I've been wearing it most of the week for you, just to show how workable it is. And it's not one of those necklaces that is really dressy. I feel like it goes, and I think it's intriguing because like everyone looks at it and they interpret differently, and then when you get closer and closer, you see the details of the nail head where your diamonds are. Oh, I love it. And it's a great match to the whole set. And you could wear all three and not look too matchy-matchy, and I'll explain why we did each one a little bit different for that reason. So it's our last call. How about 60 seconds left, Tony, and then we'll get in one more one of a kind before we go to our top of the hour. And then yes, the bigger Tanzanite drops are here too. If you're looking for 11 carats of Tanzanite weight, we've got them in square cushions, in drop earrings. So that is that. And white, yellow, rose. What's everyone taking? White gold? Is that always the most popular, it seems like, with blue wings? Is that what you got, Jason? White gold. Tim, are you getting a white gold over there? Thank you so much. Jess, what about you? White gold? Very good. See, white gold. Seems like everybody's doing the white gold thing. And then that is going to be it. We've got one pair, 30 seconds, one pair. That is it. All right, then, big Tahitian. I brought you a 16 millimeter the other day. It was really nice. It was really nice. I think it's still here. I did find a 14.5 millimeter Tahitian, which is just so pretty because it's got that silvery gunmetal tone. It looks glowing like it's metallic. I love that pearl. So we're gonna bring that to you. It's a South Sea silver Tahitian, and that's really attractive. And then this one, $5.99, one pair left, let me know. And then we're gonna show you, don't forget about the diamond band. We have 5 stone style. Now we've seen a plenty of diamond bands in our day, but this is the huge stones bezel, and you know what that means. They're already big stones. They look even bigger because they're bezel set. So that's going to be coming up as well, and that's a great stackable, great wearable. And then we do have a reduction on a pear-shaped Congolese. This is the Congolese tourmaline that we have that we are really, I think, are getting a really big affinity for, and that is the big pear shape. I also do have, though, just a flash, because I know we're 2 minutes away from the top of the hour, but this is what's to come in the Congolese stones. I do have that large pear shape, and then I also have an Asher, which looks like this, and there's some of the more spearminty colors, so think about it like, you know, if you liken it to some that are more blue-green, those would be like your cool mints. These are a little bit more like a refreshing mint, right? Like a true mint green. And yeah, a little bit of blue. If it was just straight up green, it would look more like an emerald or saphirite. It doesn't look like that. It's just giving you a little bit more green than a 50-50 blue-green concentrate. And there it is. There they are. So those are the Congolese that we'll have today. And then still keep calling on those Tanzanite earrings. I don't know what you get for $5.99 in this world of just gold. So to get a Tanzanite with diamonds, that's the best in the world, is awfully important. And we still have, by the way, did anybody get the Mahangi? Did our requester have any feedback for us on that? Or did anybody get the Mahangi? I think it's still here. And then the fire opal and the turquoise earrings. Okay, so the fire opal and the turquoise earrings are still here. So that's really crucial to remember. And again, turquoise earrings gone. I know a lot of you were mad and then they came back. I know, it's just what happens sometimes. So keep that in mind. Turquoise hoop earrings are here. I get so many requests for those. I'm always surprised when we have something that's requested and then it's maybe, again, you never know who's with us on any given day. Obviously, our turquoise hoop earrings might be out doing something else with her Saturday. So last call, one pair only. They're in yellow gold, turquoise all the way in the front of the hoop. And then also we have the fire opal. That, I'm going to flash that really quickly with our minute left. Those Congolese, I just wanted to give you a little update. They're coming up. But I really want to give you a look at this beautiful fire opal again, because if you missed it, it was about a half hour ago. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm in the business. Like, there are certain values that I just really feel like are obvious. And that's probably just because I'm in the business and make jewelry every day. But if you're looking for a value that is, yeah, we bring them all the time, but like an extraordinary value, like a why is this even still here value, this is it. And here's why. This is going to be the fire opal in that extraordinary halo, double halo really, in that very cool ballerina style. That's why we call it the ballerina style typically, is that really it's designed to be that baguette outer halo there, where you get almost that ruffled look, where they're all different lengths. You see that? Why? Because it looks like the tutu, the skirted tutu of a ballerina, you know, that they would wear. And so that's where you get that term ballerina mounting. And I think that double halos are often referred to that in rounds, but I don't think that always gives us that look. This does. And it's 2 carats 30 rounds first. That's minimal. Most of your carat weight are in those baguettes, and they're all tapered and they wrap around it. And then of course they actually kind of ebb and flow as far as their height and where they sit on the hand. So it gives it almost this ruffled effect, or like a movement. And that is our 2 carat, or rather 2 carats 30 in diamonds, 352 fire opal. So you've got a really good looking fire opal, because if you're looking at going, wait, that doesn't look like typical fire opal. Aren't they usually just orange or red? Yes, this has got, and I hope you're seeing it at home, because I know that everyone's monitor is different and these opals tend to struggle to show their true beauty on TV, but that's got all the colors of the rainbow within it. So yes, think of the orangey red as your base color here. And then what happens is it goes beyond that with all the purples and the oranges and the greens and the pinks that you're getting. There's golden yellows as well. So that is reduced. I know none of you loved it at $89.99. I mean, you loved it, but the price was like, oof, $9,000 is a lot for a fire opal. And the truth is, most of our faceted opals do tend to go for that type of price when they get up in that upper range of carat weight. That's what they do. This one is extraordinary. It is white. Listen, you don't accidentally get 2 carats 30. That's not a whoopsie moment where 2 carats 30 in baguettes mostly happen to be around an opal. That doesn't just happen. That only happens on a really, really, really strong stone, and that's what this is. And the new price is $29.99. So as we welcome our top of the hour, we're glad you're with us. Welcome on into TVON on a Saturday morning, afternoon, depending on where you may be. We're just glad to have you with us. This is $29.99, so I think we need to give it one last look here before we go, and then we'll get into our top of the hour, which is our fabulous, long-awaited designer piece that we are so excited about. That's coming up. And we're going to show you for the first time, you're going to get the close-up look at it, which is really where it gets extraordinary, because you see all the details it has. And that's what's coming up. So our big designer moment is now. It goes with the bangle. It goes with the ring. But the good news is you don't need to have the whole set. You can mix and match and wear what you want when you want. And this makes the best gift idea out of all of them as well. Because remember what I've told you about the meaning behind it, at least for me, when I purchased it from a designer many, many years ago, and that was, you know, it was actually before we ever did anything like it. I purchased it as a gift in the ring version and paid all that enormous amount of money to get the designer style, because I liked the meaning that it had to me for my gift recipient, which was my mom. And it was about, for me, that the idea of it's a nail design, so it's tough, it's strong, it's tough as nails. Well, this is the piece that for gifting might be the best of all, because there's no sizing needed. And even with bracelets, that can be tricky. And with rings, it's obviously very tailored to each individual. So I'm really happy that you're with us today to celebrate this top of the hour, but also everything we have coming up in the next 2 hours. That's all we have together today. 2 more hours. Still have a few great ideas from the first hour. So do not hesitate to call us on those, because got some great pieces that got to go. But this is, it's so special. It's designer. It's everything we want in a great look. And I think that what makes it so fresh right now is that layering is in. And I've been wearing it just to, you know, not confuse anybody. I've been wearing it solo all week long. And naturally, I think about those of you that have like our bestseller, our Diamonds by the Yard, and how beautiful and classic that is. But this is a piece that gives you that length, because it's also going to be a sizable pendant, which, by the way, is, everyone's been asking me all week, hey, do you know more about that pendant? Can you tell me more about the pendant coming up? It's actually a full necklace. It's like the designer does. It's all attached to the chain. This is not something where you have to go out and figure out what chain is right and what chain's going to fit and what chain is going to be the right gauge. It all is in one. So that's the beautiful thing. First of all, it is a necklace. It's the last part of our collection here. We've had the bangle, we had the ring, now we have the necklace, which again, amazing for gifting. Also has full adjustability to it. So there are 3 lengths within every necklace. So you don't need to worry about which length is right. It's going to be 16 and 17 and 18 inches in length, which makes layering a breeze. And it's going to be done the way the designer does, except with more diamonds, because the designer does a very similar look and they do one with more minimal diamond weight than ours. Ours is going to be 14 points. Again, the ring we did had diamonds almost all the way around. This is where this is going to go back to look, if you remember our bangle we started with, this is going to look much like the bangle, where the diamonds are going to be really around the edge of the nail head and then also at the tip of the nail, because this is not just, it might look from a distance like it's a circle style. That's not what this is. Now, we do applaud that circle of lifestyle, that beautiful style we see all the time in the circular pendants that are out there. This is that look from a distance, but then you see the details of that pointed tip of the nail done in diamond side to side. There's no front or back because the diamonds go all the way around it, so it doesn't matter how you put it on, and it doesn't matter if you have the opening on one side or the other. We're going to show you the up close. Get ready to be on the phone lines and ready to go, because we don't have actually that many to go around. This is a solid, heavy design. I was shocked at the weight. I mean, having known about the process of sketching it out and designing it, but then of course to feel it in person when it arrives is a different deal. It's weighty, and that's because this nail, basically the circular style you see, is all solid. That's not hollowed out. It's not tubing. It's not filled with silicone. It's not like that. That is where it's solid gold. So it's made just like the ring is, but it's basically the ring on a chain. Now, a chain that's 18 inches in length and solid gold and diamond cut is about $600 right now. The ring we did was about, what, $888, $900. So you put those together, this should be $2,000 plus the labor and the workmanship, which this has the most of anything. And yet, that would still beat the designer, because the designer does it for $4,500 with lesser diamond weight. Our diamond weight is 14 points. You'll see it in a minute up close. We are busy on the lines already. It is item number 4094, and you're going to have a choice of white or yellow or rose. And I just mark my words, there will be collectors out there that shop each and every gold color, because if you're like me, I either wear my yellow gold or my white gold day by day, and I like to match head to toe on that given day. So feel free. We're trying to make this affordable enough to be giftable, but also to be that piece where if you want to get a white and a yellow, you can. I'm going to move that one aside. That opal is here. Let's start with the yellow gold, shall we? I have it set up here, and remember, there's going to be some glare because, you know, it's a lot of mirror finished gold. So I want to show you here first that that's what it's going to look like, and then I'm going to be swapping these out periodically so you can see the different gold colors and how it looks. But remember, I'll zoom back because this is attached. Now, it will still move on the chain, so it's not like soldered where it's going to be stationary. The piece itself, the nail design that arcs around, is going to be actually movable on the chain, but it does not come off the chain because we didn't want there to be this big oversized plunky bail that would ruin the look of the nail design wrapping around. So instead, we did that movement of the chain, so you can still have a little movement and it looks like it's a pendant attached to a chain, but instead it's all in one. You're never going to lose it. And it's got the adjustability in the back. We did do a lobster claw clasp, of course. We did give the adjustability 16, 17, and 18, of course. We want it to be wearable and enjoyable. And then I've got a diameter for you. This is the rose gold, for example. And I'll hold it up here for a moment just so we can get you the diameter here of the piece. And that's where you're going to get, take a look, because that's going to be a, well, from top to bottom, 1-inch diameter. So just want to point that out. I'm going to switch out these colors here because I want you to see our stunning white gold. And then we're going to show you, maybe, honestly, I'm really, really, really loving the rose gold here. I really do. I love the rose gold that we do. I mean, if you haven't seen our rose gold, you're going to really enjoy it because it's such a pretty tone of rose gold. That sounds crazy to say, but everybody's rose gold alloy is a little different, so they tend to look a little, some can look very orange, some can look very brown, some can look more coppery. Ours is really a beautiful blushy pink, and it's going to be affordable. So this is where, again, solid gold. And then let me point out that I'm going to show you the top and the bottom. So do you see the nail head? It's got the diamonds paved around the edge. That's front and back. It's going to go all the way around. Same with the point. The point, there's no front or back, so you're going to have diamonds along each of the points. So it's really important the way it's set up. So easy to wear. Now, if you love it, call me because $4,500 is retail. So just the tax alone, I know I can speak for where I live, it'd be literally, you'd be just under $5,000 to buy this in retail. $5,000 investment. We're going to give you a better value than that because that's what we do. But I was thinking about the calculation of what it costs with the chain and with the piece and all together. And by the way, ours has more diamond weight, so something to think about. Okay. So we did a little more diamond weight than theirs does. So if you think, well, 4,500, that must get you 3 carats in diamonds. No, it gets you 12 points. So again, we did a little more diamond weight. Ours are VS. They don't talk much about their diamond quality, which is shocking considering they're couture, but they don't talk about diamond quality. So here we are with our VS stones, which are really top of the heap here, and it's better than 4,500. But again, that mental math tells us it should probably be around $2,000, just how we make it. You're actually getting a better value than that. And let me show you this rose gold, which is absolutely stunning. I cannot get enough of this rose gold option that we have. Look how pretty that is. In the rose, everything's going to be mirror finished. I'll show you from a distance on the hand how it's going to be that wraparound design and all solid. Again, look at this white gold here. So you can see as it just twists and turns here, that's going to be solid gold on that. All mirror finished on the actual edge of the nail head, diamonds all the way around. It's just really, really well done. So it's just, chain is gorgeous. It's all sparkle diamond cut. It's not $2,000 or $19.99. And check out that rose. And again, each and every one's going to pick up some reflectivity here off the glare. So I just want to show you here, it's all mirror finished. And then of course, movable on that chain, but attached to the chain. So that's where, again, you've got never going to lose it. That chain is permanent with that piece. They are basically together forever, married together. But here's what we're going to do for value. It's better than even $1,000. And when you feel this, you're going to be wowed. I mean, you can't put together the look of and just make it the look of. It's got to feel like quality. It's got to feel, especially if it's gifting, right? You want it to feel like a piece that you would spend $5,000 on. It has to feel that way, and that's what we made sure to do. We could have easily hollowed that out to try and get that price down. We could have done that, but then it would feel chintzy and tinny, and it would feel like costume jewelry, which there's plenty of out there. And if you want to spend $200, I saw a costume jewelry version that was literally plated brass, and it was $280. If you do a quick search for the nail necklace, you will find that there's costume jewelry versions that are brass that have a micron of some kind of metal. It was like 14 karat gold plating and no diamonds or faux diamonds because they're simulants. And it was almost $300 for the faux version. That's costume. I don't know how long that's going to look good. Is it going to be a day? Is it going to be a week? Is it going to be a month? Either way, that's a waste of money in my mind. Because if it's not going to look good for the long term, what good is it? Think about gifting. This is the last piece. This really does harken back best, by the way, to the bangle where it all started. This is the same kind of look we got you with the bangle as far as where the diamonds are placed, all the mirror finishing of the gold, the wraparound design that you see from a distance almost looks like, see, one of the coolest things I think people do is wear significant rings on their neckline. It's one thing that I've always loved to do and want to do someday, and I know my mom does, where she took her dad's wedding band because she and her dad very, very close and she misses him dearly, and she always puts his wedding band that she was lucky enough to inherit and be gifted. She wears, it was a large man's wedding band, so she wears it on a chain. And it kind of looks like that at first, doesn't it? Where it looks almost as if you took a ring, a band ring, and you put it on a chain. But instead, when you get closer, you see the details of the diamonds, you see that wraparound design, you see the fact it's got the openness to it. It's still, again, it looks classic until you get up close and you realize, no, there's something extra special happening there that gives it that little bit of an edge. And it's not $9.99, and you're going to see it on, and you can see it from a distance away. It's not a piece that gets shy and fades off in the background and nobody's going to notice. And it's beautiful for layering because with the weight of the nail, it's going to bring it to that point. It's not a necklace that sits here like a collar. It's going to bring that weight down, so it's always going to create that V shape, which is so attractive and so feminine to wear. I'm wearing mine at 17 inches, just so you know. But again, that's beautiful for layering. Do you want one? All right, so we've already got every line locked up. And that's because it's $9.99 and folks are saying, I'll take it. I'll take one. I actually heard someone taking two back there. So we're going white and yellow gold in that case, but it's not even going to be $9.99. So this is our big top of the hour. It's supposed to be that big wow piece. And that, again, how pretty is that in the rose gold? Check it out. It's $4,500 retail. We do ours with a bigger diamond weight. You're going to see this on, which I just think, look at that beautiful sheen, that mirror finishing. First of all, this chain, So important the way we did this diamond cutting so that you've got, when it moves, it sparkles. Then you have this beautiful nail design, which you see wraps around. So you see how it's not open. And I know you're seeing all this up close, but to see it from a distance away, I think really helps. And you see that mirror finishing, again, solid all the way through, not hollowed out, not a tubing. Diamonds up front, diamonds at the tip here. Let's go back up close. And then I'm going to show you here the rose, the white, the yellow, again, up close and personal. This is not going to be $9.99. Forget about even, I so lobbied to get this under $1,000. And then once I did, I was like, let's push it a little bit more. Let's make this the Saturday special that, by the way, operators, do me a favor. I know this is normally something that you don't need to tell me about, but you actually need to tell me how many you're taking because I only have so many that we can create. We don't know if everyone's going to take one color or another, so we didn't make every single one of them. We have in stock a good quantity of each, but I got to say it's not going to be long before what we can make is sold out. So this is where, again, you got to get to the phone lines and get ready because it's not going to be even $888, and you will be, I was wowed by the feel, the weight. I've been wearing this all week long. You know it. You've been seeing it on my neckline all week. This is so impressive, and yet it's not even going to be. Let's skip over $888, shall we? Let's get you a better value. Come on now. We're getting close to that's like the tax price almost on what you would pay for it in retail. Here's the yellow, which is already so popular. What, I got a little dirty stand here. But look at that. That's the yellow gold, so popular already. Here's the white gold. Maybe I can put a couple of them in the same shot for you as well, and you'll be able to see what that's all about. But I would seriously think about taking two. Think about, again, I bought this ring originally from the designer because I love the sentiment of being tough as nails. That's why I liked it. Obviously, I know it's a designer status piece. I know it's an iconic look. I loved the idea of the symbolism behind it. If you know somebody who's struggling right now and they're battling and they're, we all go through these hills and valleys of life, right? That's the way life works, right? And we go through these peaks and valleys, really, is really what it is. And we sometimes think about it. It's close to your heart. It's something that is a reminder that you maybe are stronger than you think. And that's what I've always loved behind the look and behind the design. Obviously, it's a cool avant-garde look that's been around since 1971. And it's only become more iconic as it's existed, and certainly of late. But this is also, it can be a great gift for that symbolic nature of it. And it's not even $800 or $799. We're taking it all-time low, and I cannot tell you how busy we are. It's really popular. And again, don't need to have the ring, don't need to have the bangle, but if you do, they're all slightly different in a way so that they can all work together without looking overly matchy-matchy as well. So even if you're thinking, I got the bangle or I got the ring or I have both, and I'm not sure if that's going to be too much to have all three, absolutely not. I really don't think so, and that's because we did little variations to each so that you can wear all three or two of the three if you want at the same time because they're all iconic and wearable, and you still have a look like it is status designer, and that's important. And do you want to spend $4,500? For less diamond weight, or do you want to spend less than $799 for the necklace you're seeing here? Think about getting a couple, think about gifting it, think about everybody who loves. There are people in all of our lives, whether it's you or someone else or maybe both of you, that love and admire those really status designer couture pieces, but you know better than to go out, and maybe you've been tempted to go out and spend $4,500 and you've thought about it because you know you'll wear it and you know it'll be forever and you know it'll be beloved, but that's a lot of money to spend on 12 points in diamonds elsewhere. Get it here and get the find that's going to last forever and get it with more diamond weight as well. And it's not going to be $799. It's even better. This is what we're going to do. The very first callers, get a couple if you can. That's the way to go. And look at that in the white gold. Again, look at how powerful that is. It is. There's a strength about it. There's an edge to it. It's still classic, but it's so fun and it truly is iconic. It's $777 while they last, and that is the key. So remember, I know operators, you've been already placing orders here, but let me know as we go forward, so I'll catch up and I'll see where we go. Because did you get a rose? Yes. Let me switch it out again. Let me show you the rose gold. And again, it's all mirror finished, all solid, no front or back. The diamonds will go all the way around. They go all the way around the edge of that nail design, the nail head, and then they go around the sides of the tip as well. So that is really important. How many? Thank you. We've got 2 white gold going out for a wonderful, thank you so much. Susan's taken 2 in the white gold. What about you? 2 rose. See, they're loving the rose gold we're seeing here right now. There's the rose gold. Shall we take a look at the yellow gold? I think so. yellow gold coming your way for another close-up look. I'm just getting a new card here, new display, didn't like the other one. So this is where you're taking advantage of a huge value. Who knew that so much in fine jewelry and fine design and just made the right way? That's the thing. We could have cut a lot of corners to try and give you value. Instead, we just gave you the full complement of quality, 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 and then some, and still got the price to a crazy low. So there's that yellow gold, which I know is actually, I've heard more rose gold going out so far than yellow gold. And isn't it true? Our rose gold is so beautifully distinctive, isn't it? That is really always something to remember about our rose gold. Is amazing. So take advantage of it. Hey, while you're there on the phone lines, call in and ask about some of those pieces from the first hour as well, because I think our fire opal is still here. And I do believe we've got the turquoise earrings. I think the hoops are still here as well. But this is it, the Nailed It necklace. It's a full necklace. Everybody thought all week, oh good, that's a pendant, and I'll supply my own chain and no big deal. It's the full necklace. Remember, every little, I think we know the lobster claw, but let me go ahead and show you in case you're unfamiliar. There are two really popular closures in necklaces, and that is usually the spring ring. A spring ring is a much cheaper way to go. This is a lobster claw closure. So I'm going to show you just in case you're not familiar. Or it makes it bigger. It's easier to maneuver. It makes it just larger in scale overall, so you're not fumbling with it. I will take a lobster claw clasp over a spring ring. I mean, it's amazing how, isn't it frustrating when you can't put a piece of jewelry on? You're always, maybe I speak for myself, I'm always rushing. I'm always rushing out the door. The jewelry is the last thing that goes on. It should be the last thing we do, because we don't want to get, we just, if you're like me and you got like, hey, hair and makeup, and you're like, I don't want to get hairspray on my jewelry. This is where the last thing you do is put your jewelry on, but that's where it can be frustrating. If it's going to take you 5 minutes of fumbling with it to put it on, that means it's probably not going to be on. And that's not the point. So let's take a look. Easy to maneuver clasp with that lobster claw you see there. Now, you see those O-rings? You're going to get 3 O-rings on every necklace, and that gives you 16, 17, and 18 inches adjustable length. So keep on letting me know. We're going to give it a final 60 seconds. We're almost wrapped up with this one. And I think we've nailed it in every single way, shape, or form. Here's a close-up of that rose gold again. And again, I'll show you what this means front and back. So there's one side, and you see how that's the opposite angle as the yellow gold you see next to it? And you see how the diamonds continue? So that's what I mean. There is no front, there is no back. So as far as, okay, is it going to open, is that open side going to be on the right or left? That's up to you to decide. So you can put it on how you wish. Do you think maybe we could layer these as well? I mean, is that an option? If you wanted to look really fancy, could you do 2 at the same time? I think you could. I really do. I think that would work really, really well. What if I put one, now I have mine at the 17-inch length, so that's a little bit, normally if I was going to do this layered effect, I would put one at 16, which is right about where I'm holding the white gold, and then I would put the other one, I would drop it a little lower. So you can see how that would layer though. So it might not be, it's not necessarily too much to wear a couple at the same time either. You can do that if you wish. So back to the wheel we'll go. We've got that yellow gold on display now. I'm wearing the yellow gold. It's what I've been wearing all week. And now we've got, again, here's the white gold for you. There's no way to go wrong with this. And maybe you go outside the box. I mean, chances are you're probably going to match what you were able to get with either the bangle or the ring. There's that white gold. Again, no front, no back, solid all the way through that circular style. And look at that diamond cutting of that chain. Yes, please. We know that chain is set with that piece forever. They're married together. So we had to make sure it was a really good, high quality chain, and it is. So 777 gets it to you, white, yellow, or rose. We're going to wrap it up here. And then we've got, don't forget, our operators have all the information on the matching bangle and the ring if you still have yet to get those in the collection. You still can get either, gosh, the bangle's $19.99 or $18.88, depending on the size you get. And then the ring is only $8.88. So yes, and the ring has the most diamond weight actually. The ring, the diamonds go all the way around on the circular style as well. So actually the ring is 79 points in diamonds. It's only $8.88 if memory serves. So you got some options and you can get and mix and match and do whatever you like. But there's a lot of great jewelry to get to. And this is our final of this Nailed It collection. So very excited to have that. Hey, I just want to show this. Let me flash this in case we have anybody looking for a piece that's super unique. I told you we had some unique pendants. Got a few of them out the door already, but I've never seen us do anything like this. It is a dragon. Oh my goodness, with that. I'm going to say that's a flame right up top. It's a fire-breathing dragon. And it is the flame up top as the bail, with a bezel set diamond, two-tone gold, and a ruby, and even a diamond eye, and some of the best detail I've seen on a dragon piece. If you'd like it, guess what? It's $9.99. Just wanted to mention that. 18 karat two-tone gold. That's a 28-point ruby. in that individual round, and you've got a diamond accent on that in the eye and in the bail as well. So that's under $1,000, $999 if you'd like that two-tone dragon. I think that's really cool. We don't see that. And then don't forget, diamond lovers, we've got the diamond band. 5-stone diamond band bezel set. That's coming up in about a half hour. So make sure you stay with me for that. And then I think we need a little Tanzanite love, but also Kunzite. There was a, what was it, a 12, 14 karat Asher cut the other night on Thursday. Some of y'all here missed the show. So what I wanted to do, and of course that one did go, but let me show you what we have in a larger Asher cut in the Kunzite. That's it. And that has one of my personal favorite mountings, which is bringing you 3 very impressive diamonds around it on each side. Take a look at this. That's a great looking stone. And keep calling on the Nailed It necklace. We will help you out with that white, yellow, or rose gold, and that will be an option for you. But I'll tell you, this is the day to treat yourself. Remember, we had $599 Tanzanite and diamond earrings earlier. We now had a $777 ultra high-end designer necklace look. So when you got those values, you cannot be sitting back going, I think I'll wait. Just get them today and start enjoying these great designer pieces. But here it is, 112-4118. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's a really good question, Wanda. Just about anything on the chain, because the bail is actually going to be, let's see, big. It's going to be a millimeter size up. I might as well get you the exact millimeter, so that helps. I would say basic chains, diamonds by the yard, snake rope, box link chains are all going to work. The millimeter size is approximately 6 millimeters on that bail. So that's a very sizable bail. Let me show it up close real quick, Tony, here before we go any further, because Wanda's asking about this dragon style, and we might as well show the detail a little bit closer. It's item number 11236674, and I've never seen us do a dragon piece before, seen them in jewelry out there in the retail world, but I have not seen us do anything like this, and it's wild. This is kind of like a crescent moon in the white gold that's mirrored. Yeah. Right. So this is what I'm going to show you. Oh, well, like any standard chain. Like, for example, this chain we just had, which is a very, classic chain. Do you see the difference there, Wanda? So this is the chain from our Nailed It necklace. And I'm just going to show you. That's what most chains are going to be. And do you see the room you're going to have there? So in other words, this gives you the option where if you had, like, let's say our diamonds by the yard, where it's big bezel set diamonds, that's going to work in that bail as well, because you'd have any of our diamonds by the yard will fit there. Basic chains like a snake chain, rope chain. If you've got a chain that's under 6 millimeter, now if you have a 6 millimeter chain at home, you got a very valuable chain. Take good care of that thing. Quarter inch. Let me look. Quarter inch, like maybe an omega? You think it's like flat? Quarter inch sounds like a very big chain. But let's see. Showing the side on purpose here. A quarter inch is approximately it's about 7. So if she's got a chain that's truly a quarter of an inch, this may not work, because a quarter of an inch is equivalent to 7. So it might be a little bit snug for, again, I'm giving an approximation. It's just about really the depth. So yeah, a quarter inch is a pretty large chain. That's a very large thickness for a chain. But again, if it's an omega, that would make sense. It's really close, but I would say quarter inch might be a little bit too heavy for that, too thick, too wide. So I would maybe just go to a more classic chain. But this one is $999. It's got the 28-point ruby. That's that individual round you see that's diamond cut there. And then I'll show it up right on the hand so you can get an overall size dimension here. But it's really cool, isn't it? Something unique, and boy, does that show off. I mean, you instantly see, I think that so many times when we try to get elaborate designs like this, you can't tell from a distance what it is. This one, done right, done detailed, where you can see. I instantly saw this from across the room and said, oh my gosh, we have a dragon piece. So there it is. That's going to be about an inch and I would say 1 3/8 inches or so top to bottom, including the bail. And just the piece itself is 1 inch. And then again, 2 diamonds individual. There's a bezel set right beneath the flame up top. And then there's a bezel set diamond, a diamond in the eye. Yes. Sold already. All right, congratulations. Let's go back to our Kunzite now. This is going to be item number, let's take a look. That's our 15 carater here. And it's item number 4118. Congratulations on the dragon pendant. I do have a couple of other unique pendants as well. So we'll see, for example, they're not going to be animals. That's my only animal. Well, fictional animal, I guess we would call it. I don't know if a dragon would really, yeah, I don't think we should call it an animal, but you get it. That's also a cool pendant we have. Take a look at that. Those are pink sapphires in that kind of trillion style. It's like a really cool, really neat piece. It actually sits like that. Widest point at the top, narrow point at the bottom. That's a really unique style. So we'll bring that too. So I'll have that coming up. But first, the Kunzite is 15 carats 19 in the carat weight. It also has 78 points. Now again, only 3 diamonds on each side. So when you take 78 points and divide it by 6 total, those are 13-point individual round stones there. So very impressive on the diamond weight. You got to see it on the hand because that's even more impressive when you see how this looks. And of course, I want to face it up to your eye level too to see the neon you get, the blues, the purples, the pinks, how saturated this is. It's a large ring. And I know it's too large on me in ring size, and I only mean the ring size. So kind of, they make these a little bit larger than what I wear. So again, it's just one of those where we like to start with a 7 typically so that we can, you know, size it up or down as needed for you. But again, it's going to sit properly. I would take a 5.5. This is a 7. So again, just a really nice look that will sit perfectly centered on your finger as you wear it. But it's also going to be, gosh, this is an $89.99 piece. We'll do better. First caller can have it. And I know it's a big Kunzite. I know those are the best colors. We love to see that. There are, again, 13-point individual round brilliants all around the sides there. Every single one is identical in size, and yet when you get your true size and go true to size on it, it's going to fit like perfection. It's going to stay level. It's going to stay balanced on the hand, but it's actually better than even, watch this, it's not even going to be $4,500. We are doing a serious blowout price here on this one. And that's why you don't want to wait, because these big Kunzites lately have been one of our most popular, not just sellers, but requested stones of late. And I think we're seeing why. It's a beauty. And that one's going to be, you know what, I'll tell you what, make it even better. We'll not even do $39.99 because a 15 karat plus, that's where it should be. We're going to make it a lot more interesting than that for you. And the very first caller will take it $29.99 only. I'm going to get to that pink sapphire pendant coming up. And yes, those are princess cuts. Yes, you saw correct. Those are princess cut pink sapphires all the way through that piece. So we're going to have that one coming up next if you want to get a little jump start, because you see how quickly these one-of-a-kinds are going today. As usual, right? That's what's going to happen on a day with values like this on really unique, striking items. But this one's only $29.99 if you'd like it. It's our largest Kunzite of the inventory right now, so keep that in mind also. There was a time when we had some of the, there would be 20 karat stones, but they would be like with the one I own. I own a 23 karat from TVON, and it's light. It's really light. It would look just like a faded version of this. This is that ultra more purple and blue than it is pink, and that is your telltale sign that you're in some really, really good Kunzite when you're starting to see the purples and the blues overwhelm the pinks. That's a good sign because you want that neon. You don't want it to be that. Most Kunzite is a very pale, pale pink. I always say think of pink diamonds and then think lighter. It's a shade or two lighter than a pink diamond typically to get this material elsewhere. That's why we all tend to, I think that's why people say, I think I'm going to go to TVON for my Kunzite. Not only is it a better price tag, but you get that ultimate level of saturation, which does in turn make the stone much more rare. And that should be costing more money, not less. But try finding a 15 karat Kunzite even in the light material for $29.99. Cannot be done. So the pink sapphire piece is going to be coming up next for a full presentation. And it is a one only. And I would wear it reversed too because it's so beautiful from the back, but it's just a different look. So there are options and ways to wear it. But we're going to talk about item number 1123-680. Let me know who's taking the Kunzite. I feel like we just have to keep on showing it up to eye level here so you can really see the color saturation you're getting. Thank you. And here's what we're going to do at $29.99. Let's see who's got it. We're verifying 2 different colors, only one piece, so we'll see. And then this piece. Have you ever seen anything like this? Because I have not, and I've been selling jewelry a long time, and yet it's fun to see something new and fabulous and like a striped effect of channels of pink sapphires. It is 18 karat solid white gold, stays in white gold. Look at the top, all mirror finish. You could even engrave that. That's pretty cool because that would be the top of the piece. The bail is at the wider point, so that would be the top. So if you look down on the piece, you could actually, you would see that surface area. So you could have that engraved. What you see already engraved are the carat weights and the hallmark. So that's the inside and the back. There's the top, and here's the front, where you start with princess cut pinks, sapphires aligned and matched. Then you get the diamond weight at 8 points. That's at the very point at the bottom. Yes, it will be the bottom. And then you've got the striped effect. So when you see it from a distance on the neckline, it looks like this. How pretty is this piece? Wow, it's cool. It's like, it's modern and it's bold and it feels very like confident to me. It feels very confident. And it's a 1-inch drop, top to bottom. Again, your chain is gonna go right through the top. So it's gonna be that hidden bail, so to speak, because the bail is behind it. And I'll tell you what, $39.99, we have had so much fun with these designer pieces today. And part of the reason they've been fun is because of the reduced prices they have. This one's gonna be less than $39.99 by a mile. And do you see when you see it straight on, you see it looks like they've aligned the back undergallery so that the back undergallery stripes along with the stones. So that when you see it face on, you see that negative space through it, even though it's super dimensional. So see how it's gonna curve? And it's not flat at all. It domes up and over. So it's flat in the back. And then it does this great curvature across the top, which you would see, by the way, which is why they made sure to do the stones all the way around side to side. And it's not going to be $39.99. We're going to blow it out. It's $999 for one collar, and that's it. So that's the way to get yet another super cool designer piece. Listen, we had the dancing stones earlier, sold immediately. We had the dragon piece, sold immediately. A big reason for that are these drops in prices to $9.99. That's a big reason. So $9.99 gets it to one collar. Let me know who's got it. White gold stays as is. And then we've got tourmaline around, beautiful star ruby. We've got a great looking pearl that's 14.5 millimeters. I got to show you the Tanzanite drop earrings though. We have the studs. Now it's time for the big drops. And then we're going to get to that band, top of the hour, 25 minutes away, the 5-stone band ring, but it's a first for us because it's what you've been asking for. It's the bezel set stones that still go, look at that, all the way across the hand, top to bottom. It looks like an eternity band without being an eternity band. So you've got this pendant for $9.99. This band is coming up at the top of the hour, 25 minutes only away. And then we'll see who's got that pink sapphire piece. So super cool. Let's go to these earrings because I flashed them. No doubt there's a few of you thinking, I'm intrigued, tell me more. And are they going to be those $15,000 earrings? I am proud to say no, they will not. So get yourselves on the phone lines because I was a little shocked. So I've been selling a lot of these big Tanzanite earrings of late because they were out being custom made at a designer. And so these were the stones that kind of lagged behind because we'd loaned these stones out 2 years ago, to a designer to work on and make some incredible earrings for us. And they just came back. So it's been a minute, and yet these are those gorgeous blue wing block Ds we love. It's a 10 karat 95 total weight here, and the other one is sealed to the point where I cannot get in. So I will get that. I'm working on the other one here. I promise you, you're getting 2 earrings. But we're going to start with 18 karat gold. I saw yet another designer the other day. A designer, really well known, great jewelry designer. They're selling single earrings. And the price tags on them, my goodness, for a single earring. So here's where we're going to get you, yes, the pair. There's that stunning blue wing block D square cushion cut material. Almost, so basically it's going to be about, and it's item number 4073. So you're basically going to get about 5.5 carats in each earring. That's for the center stone. That's the blue wing block D. Then you have 97 points. So we didn't do the basic diamond accents here because I just said this the other day. I had a $15,000 pair of Tanzanite earrings and I said, but look, they finally have a lot of diamond weight because the ones we had done prior, yes, even with big individual stones, they'd had really minimal diamond weight to the point of like 15, 20 points, which a lot of you thought, not sure if I want to have big Tanzanite, also big investment, and have such a minimal diamond weight. So what's really great about this one is that we're still giving you really the beauty of the frame of the diamond. So it's the halo around the stone, but it's also the diamonds in front of that hoop that starts it. This is a closure that, by the way, is like an omega. It hinges, it flips down, and it flips up. You're not actually attaching that backing to the post itself. So what you're getting there is actually, you're never going to bend or hurt or actually manipulate the post. It doesn't actually touch the post. So that's another key there. And we're going to show you the length. They're a beautiful look here. They're going to be I think they're just right. I mean, it's not overwhelming in size. Take a look at one on the hand here so you get an idea, and then we'll give you the measurement and what it's all about. But this is a great look, and set at an angle. Genius to do so. That square cushion set at an angle so the point meets the top of the lever back there, or the bottom of the lever back, and there you've got 1 3/8 inches, top to bottom, and we're going to make this really easy. Wait till you see these on. They're so incredible, and they're not going to be $15,000 finally. We're bringing a big earring at a small price, and that's what everyone's been waiting on. We've seen the big earrings at the big prices, and then we had the studs earlier for $5.99. Yes, we did. We had blue wing block Ds. You may want to ask our operators last check. I had a pair left still, which was amazing. This, see, they're actually designed and made to sit on the ear. So even when I'm holding it from a distance and holding it with the tweezers, you're really seeing now when they're on is when they sit the best there. Do you see that? So you can really see how they're working with the diamonds up top and then the diamonds, of course, surrounding your beautiful blue wing there. That's everything. So you see how they're properly set so that when they're in the ear, they're completely balanced. And then they're showing off to the world because you have immediately that stone faces directly out to eye level. They're not $14,999 at all. Let's go back up close. I just want you to see how beautiful they move and how they give you piercing coverage and all of that. They're not heavy. They're not pulling on my earlobe at all. And they're under $10,000. Better than $99.99. And I know we're going to be a 5.5 carats in each cushion cut square. Think about how amazing it would be. I mean, honestly, it goes with any of your blue wing block Ds. As long as the color matches, it matches. In my mind, matching the color is the most important thing. But if you did have a cushion cut square, that would be exquisite together. But really, they stay in white gold. Do we love them? Under 10 already, but I'm not done. We're going to make this a lot easier right now. The very first caller. There is only one pair. They stay in the white gold. There's nothing involved besides putting them in a box and getting them to you. They will be out to you on Monday. And we're not doing even $8,000, $7,000, $6,000. Well, now it's like you're paying for one and getting one for free. You're paying half the price you should. And it's not going to be $7,000 or $69.99. We're going all-time low. They're going to go. They're not even $59.99. I just wish I had 5 pairs, but I don't. But we're going to send them out. And they're not going to be $59.99. Just say sold. I'll get you the better price. I promise you I will. They are $4,999 for that one pair of earrings. Oh, I wish we had more. We've got backed up calls. And that's where you get all the gorgeous red flash, almost 11 carats of material, diamond weight at just under 1 carat, and they stay in the white gold, just like we like to see our blue wing block Ds. Generally, we love to see them in the white gold. So there they are. And yes, they look perfectly matched. All the red flashes are coming through in such a big way. That is the pair of earrings to own today. It really is. And I know we've seen so many lately, 14,000, 15,000, even more. This doesn't really give you any visual difference. It really doesn't. To be quite honest with you, this looks identical to my $14,000 and $15,000 Tanzanite earrings I've had in the last few days. This gives you that same look, that same powerful presence, great workmanship. It's the same designer. The same designer worked with these. And yet made to perfection, but we got them under $5,000. Take advantage of those. They're beautiful, and you'll love wearing them. That's the thing. It's how you feel when you wear something like that that really is the difference. That is the difference maker. So we've got about 20 minutes now until we get to that 5-stone band, which I know we're excited about. That's going to be, because it's for everybody, right? Whether you have a band already and you're going, well, I'd like to upgrade my band to VS Diamonds, or whether you're thinking about bezel sets over prong set. Yes, there's a big advantage to that on several different levels. So we'll talk about that. Also have a Tanzanite pendant here just in case. Is anybody looking for a 23 carat? Because the last time I saw a large pendant, it was 30 carats and it's still here because it's 30 carats. So it's quite pricey. Well, this one, 23 carats, 23, 27. 95 points in diamond weight. Look at that with those earrings. Wow. Same exact color. And that's saying something when you're getting that big size. 23, 27 is the size. This is available. And yep, it's going to be a lot different than $40,000 like our other big pendants have been. So there's more Tanzanite on the way. We do have a 6 carat 26. Okay. Classic oval. Have a star ruby. And how about a yellow diamond opportunity? There's a lot of things going up in price these days. And I got to tell you, we are really trying our absolute best to make sure that we continue to do what we do. And what we do is sell jewelry too cheap. I mean, really, I said it. I said that bad word I'm not supposed to say, but that's what we do. We sell jewelry way too cheap. And the quality that you're getting never wavers. We will never waver our quality. And let me tell you how difficult that is in today's environment to drop prices down. It just means we lose more. It's really what it means, right? We've always worked on such teeny tiny margins, and now we're just losing more. So it really is, we're really true to our family is our family. And you guys are not clients, you're not customers, you're family. And we are that kind of boutique style network where this is what we have vowed to do and bring you as long as we can, are those values. So I look at an earring like that and I just think that's one of our better ones. So take advantage of it if you love it. Get them at home, try them out. I'm going to show you a yellow diamond piece coming up for the neckline, and it's a fun style when you talk about, obviously we've brought yellow diamonds before, but big stones are tough. They're really getting tougher by the day. We have a 50 plus pointer here. It's actually 51 point. And it's just an easy deal here. One pendant, let's get it out the door. Everyday wearable, but it's the yellow diamond oval. Now, you know what I always tell you about ovals, right? The ovals look bigger. So as we take a look at it, and this one's not gonna sit on its own, but I'm gonna come in closer here if I can. I'm just amazed. Look at the brilliance from this. I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. It's a VS diamond. It's a yellow diamond, but it's still VS quality. But look at the brilliance you're getting from this individual stone. Now, I know it's been a while since I've had yellow diamond pendants because we don't have any fresh stones coming in and most everything we've had is sold. But here's 11244144. And the oval that is already 51 points is going to end up looking bigger because of the shape it is. And it has 10 points in white diamonds around it. So 51 points in the center, 10 around it. It's as it is in the white and the yellow gold. So your yellow diamond's set in the yellow and the white diamonds are set in the white gold. Makes perfect sense. But here's your finishing. And we just have an opportunity here to get you a great value, because I know how many of you have asked for something like this. If you're lucky enough to have a yellow diamond ring, well, this would go with it. If it's from us and it's natural material, and this is usually, we're super, super strict about the color of our yellow diamonds we bring. Here it is. Let me also show you the length, because this, again, everyday wearable. We didn't want to go oversized. That means that you're saving it for probably a dressy occasion. Here's where you've got, wow, almost 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom, almost. And I'd really say that's 5/8 of an inch. It may be just a touch bigger than that. But we'll show it to you on the neckline, and we're going to give you, oh, this value. Look at that piece. I mean, so you can imagine, obviously, to scale with that nail style we brought you, this is the full necklace. This one, you're going to supply your chain. The good news is, with the 2 tones of gold, you can work a yellow or a white gold chain, and either one works. But that's what it looks like. So that perfect little complement to your neckline every day. But see, I wear a yellow diamond. I actually wear 2 yellow diamond pieces from TVON every day, stacked and layered, every single day. And I got to tell you, I feel so just important. And, you know, when I'm out and about, you know, people know me for being this, you know, this girl who sells jewelry on TV, right? So, you know, I feel an obligation, like I should definitely, even if I'm going more cash, like I've got to have something good on. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I always feel like, well, that's an upgrade to go yellow. To have yellow diamonds, most people are not wearing yellow diamonds. A lot of people wear white diamond pendants or necklaces every day, but a yellow diamond is a huge upgrade in rarity. And I'll tell you, you feel it. When you're wearing something specialty like this, you know it. And you feel it. I contend you carry yourself differently when you have on really important pieces of jewelry that also are not going to be priced like they should. Here's our $27.99 pendant. I'm skipping it. This is as good a giveaway as I've done all day, and I have had giveaways, literal giveaways. So this is where I would go ahead and call us right now. So you're ready to go, because this is not going to be that value that, hey, 3 of you can get or 10 of you can get. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Let's make sure you get it right now. It's not even $27.99. We're going to move that to a was price, and we're going to give you all that great finishing, that workmanship. This chain, yeah, this bail actually is going to be one that works with most chains, most classic chains, and most of our diamonds by the yard as well. And it's not even $2,000. And I know how we've wanted more yellow diamonds. The truth is, you can't get them anymore. Not at the values we bring. We can get them all day long if you're okay spending $20,000 for that. But we know you guys, you're not going to spend $20,000 for that. You're not even spending $2,000 for that. And we applaud you. We applaud you. That's where we come in and say, you know what, skip $2,000, skip even $1,500. Let's give it away. Let's give you the value, so that, again, what is this show about on a Saturday? Getting you something special, treating yourself to great jewelry, not breaking the bank to do it, but also a piece that you're not going to have, get over and wear one day and be done with it. Really an icon, a classic style, a must-have, a great giftable too. No sizing needed to consider when you're giving a pendant. Everybody's got a great chain. It can go right on her favorite chain and be done. And she can feel really superior and loved because she's getting a yellow diamond from you. How much did you have to spend to get a natural half-carat yellow diamond? Never would you ever dream $1,500. We're going to blow it out even further for you. Make sure it goes. It's $999. Let's do it. $999 if you'd like it, in a yellow diamond pendant. Talk about the icon of wearable pieces right there. And I think about what you can spend on, again, having owned and having worn yellow diamond pieces from us here. Yeah, the smaller stones are usually that price. That's what you would pay for a 20-pointer. I know because I have. So again, even if it's smaller stones put together, I have my favorite cross. It's my emerald cut. That's something we did for more money, for smaller stones. This is where you get one huge 51-point minimum stone, or rather 51-point stone, actually. So this one's going to be $999. Let's give it 60 seconds. We'll see who's got it. Don't forget, Tanzanite drop earrings are still here. That's amazing. We've got our top of the hour, 10 minutes away. And I would love to get a request. We've had one on the day. We're literally 108 minutes in and we had one request. So it's a surprise. Let us know on a big Saturday what you'd like to see. If we can bring something out from the vault, let me do that for you. Don't just think you got to sit back and just wait for the perfect piece to arrive. I'll go ahead and find you the perfect piece wherever it is, whatever it is, and whatever price point it is as well. That is one dazzling yellow diamond. It's a winner. It's a winner. VS stone, gorgeous oval, brilliant cut. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. It's at this point all we see, but it is the brilliant cut. So if it does seem like, even if you're thinking about ovals you've seen or you might own, and you're thinking, why doesn't my oval do that? It's not always just about the clarity. It's about the clarity combined with the facet pattern, which in this case is the brilliant oval cut. Stays as is, no decision to make. It's white and yellow gold. No decision to make at all. And it's right out to you. This is a happy stone. It's just happy. It's such an upgrade. I think about, the truth is, guys, if that was a 50-point or a 51-point white diamond, VS, white diamond, the way of the world in white diamonds is I literally and truly could not make that for anywhere close to $999 if it was a white diamond. Now we're talking about a natural yellow diamond that's natural from the earth that is thousands of times more rare than your white diamond. So why is it that you have a $999 price tag on something you know as well as I do you could never get a 50-point VS white diamond at that price? And that's simply a thing of where we have really sought out, and this was years ago when we acquired these yellow diamonds, long before, and they've always been expensive. But they've gone up tremendously, and for good reason. The Argyle mine shut down. That's not the only producer of fancy diamonds in the world, but it is the best. That's where these stones are from. When we bring you yellow diamonds, they're from the Argyle mine. It's also why we hesitate to bring you yellow diamonds today from newer sources, because guess what? They're not as good. They're way more money. The whole marketplace has changed with all the world of diamonds, from the blues to the browns to the pinks to the yellows and everything in between. If it's a natural color of diamond, it is an expensive stone, more now than it's ever been, and they continue to be on the rise. So think about this too. I mean, I know we're thinking about the here and the now, and we're thinking about wearing that every day and enjoying this value that is put together on this Saturday, but as you wear this and own this for years and years and years, the value of your piece is only going up. It's only going up. And there's just not much you can say that about in this world today, right? I bought my car yesterday, right? I had to buy it, right? I bought my car yesterday. So I'm like thinking about it now every day. I'm going, okay, so every mile, all that 120 miles I put on it every day just to come to work, how much it's depreciating every day. No matter how I care for it, no matter how clean I keep it, no matter how perfect it is, it's depreciating, right? Most things do that, right? This doesn't. And I look at what's happened just in 2 years' time on yellow diamonds, and I'm floored because I've been in the business a long time. These last 2 years of yellow diamonds, prices have gone absolutely bonkers. And we know all the reasons why. They're legitimate, good reasons why, but that's not going to stop or slow. So you get your yellow diamond. You're also just, my whole point is, for as beautiful as it is, it's also something that at the end of every day, worth more than that morning you put it on. And as years go by, or as it's passed down through the generation, decades from now, it's going to be worth more. And that's the thing with yellow diamonds, and the diamond world is rapidly changing in general. So I say get those natural from the earth diamonds while you still can, while they are not, 500, 600% markups. And like we're seeing on lab grown, for example, that's why they're pushing them so hard, is because there's a lot of profit to be made on a lab grown stone. So that's just the reality. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just the reality. I'm telling you the little known secret that nobody in the business wants you to know. But there's huge markups on that lab grown material. So it's really, really being pushed to the point where it's almost all you find anymore. I mean, reputable diamond dealers of old are now selling lab grown exclusively. It's shocking, but it's kind of all, and that trend, if that continues, as I imagine it will, I don't see that slowing down. So then that makes your natural diamonds likely. I mean, I'm not a soothsayer, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but it's kind of basic economics here that as your natural diamonds become more and more scarce by Mother Nature, but also by the trade, then you likely have something that is going to adhere to those supply and demand things we've seen for as long as time, right? We know that's going to continue. So grab your yellow diamonds, grab your natural diamonds if that's something that you do care for and something that you do are intrigued by. Grab them now because the value's going up. Let's make sure we get to our top of the hour. We're going to see white diamonds that are, again, natural from the earth. But before we do that, I have a really, really pretty, this amber and garnet's about 8 times what it should be, so I'm going to skip that. I do want to show you this pendant, though, because why not? Tanzanite pendant, let's give you a little more info, because flashing it, that only does part of the trick. I really want you to see this, because, hold on, there's one little smudge on a facet, so let me make sure I get that taken care of. It's item number 1124082. We're going to zoom back a little bit. Yeah, it's not quite fitting, and that's because it's our 23 karat 27 Tanzanite. Regular Tanzanite? No. Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite. Best in the world, and it's set in 18 karat solid gold. And we went diamonds, diamonds, and more diamonds, diamonds in the veil, diamonds all the way around it. That diamond weight is a total of 95 points. So a really special look. This is what I flashed when we had the drop earrings up moments ago. Drop earrings are still here at $49.99, by the way. So think about grabbing those if you'd like to. And then here we are looking at the most incredible, second to largest stone we have in a pendant. I do have, it's been here a while, it's been here years and years. It's still here, by the way, the 29 karat round. So if you're interested in that, we can always bring that out. But that's, the problem is it's about $40,000. And so that's probably why it's here. It's a beautiful stone. It's a beautiful setting. But even for those folks that are looking for something more sizable in a Tanzanite, a $40,000 piece is not going to be for everybody. So here we are looking at a pretty large stone. It's only 6 carats only 6 carats smaller than our biggest here. Our largest stone in jewelry is 29 carats in a round pendant. This is not that much different. And the price, vastly, vastly different, which is why I'm so excited about it being here. 2327, 95 points in diamonds, and set in the white gold, stays in the white gold, great bail, going to accommodate your DBTY. So yeah, put it on a diamonds by the yard, let's take a look at it. That's going to be the way to show it off. But here's what we're going to do. The red flashes are all the way throughout. The saturation level is as good as the 5.5 carats we saw matched up in earrings earlier. And now you're getting this incredible look. I want to show you the inside. Let's show you how this is finished too. We don't want to take away from the clarity of the stone. So we put this ample, wider basket to it and behind it. You've got this great look there. Wow, this is just beautiful cutting. Yeah, that's a traditional cushion, but you have got some really beautiful cutting here. Let's show it from a distance away, and here we go. That's what it looks like from a distance, so that's giving you the size perspective. Here's the length, and I'm shocked how low this is because 40,000 it's not, and it really should be 35. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be 40, but I would expect it to be 35,000 all day. There it is, 1.25 inches top to bottom with that bail. I'm going to show it on the neckline, then we're going to get you a better value than 35,000. Somebody out there has got to have the prize of our collection here. Besides the 29, it's on the neckline too, just to show you very briefly here what that's going to look like, just in relation also, because you get some, a great way where you can see it in respect and in proportion with our Nailed It design we had earlier, which, by the way, if you missed it, it was about an hour ago, and that's the Nailed It design for $777. This is the Tanzanite. Oh, the color. Let's go back up close, and we're going to show you what we can do. under 30, under 20, and not $19,999. So yes, we're under $1,000 a carat on the museum reserve. And yes, we threw in a carat in diamonds and gold for free. And it's under $20,000, and I don't mean leaving it there either, because I really want this gone to a caller who's a collector, because at this point, what's everyone doing? I'm overwhelmed every day by, first of all, your love for the last 5 years of this stone, yours along with mine. We've all collectively, I think, really appreciated and loved seeing this high-end material. But as we get to the tail end of it, I know so many of you are specifically looking to get that last pièce de résistance for your collection. This would be the candidate right here. If it's not the 29 karat, it's this one here. Either way, cannot go wrong. Here's what we're going to do. It's under $15,000. This is about value, straight up value. I know these are not inexpensive pieces. Is it going to be $100? No. But already at under $15,000, that's a heck of a value for a 23 karat that looks like this, with this almost like, it looks like red raindrops going all the way through the stone. It just glitters. You have light that just cascades from inside that stone. Beautiful, beautiful cutting. And it's not going to be $15,000 or $14,999. We got you a better value. And it's going to be today. It's only going to be $13,999. That is it. Top of the hour is 1 more minute away. We are about to bring you the 5-stone bezel set diamond band for the first time. Bezel sets are here, and we've done big bands, but we've never done the bezel sets like this, and there's some very significant sizes we're going to get you as well. So all that's still to come, plus we have a whole hour left to shop and celebrate our Saturday together, and happy shopping it is, because have you seen these values? It's some very, very happy shopping today if you're taking advantage of any of these values we have put together on this Saturday. So get on in and get that one if you'd like it at $13,999. What a beautiful, and we kept it classic. The design is so classic with that halo, and yep, of course, doing the bail in diamond pave as well. Okay, and there's a yellow diamond. So let's just do a quick little blowout because we have a minute here till we get to our band. And you've got to see this yellow diamond heart shape. I had a heart shape the last couple of weeks that I'm not real fond of. And just again, I'd like to be your jewelry advocate and liaison, and this is it. This is not the stone that I'm not fond of. That one's a 1 carat and it's got a weird cut to it. So I've kind of rejected it. And I've asked that we remake it with something else because we don't have another heart shape until we came across this one. And in that process of rejecting the other, we found out that we do have one heart shape that's actually a carat 50. So a much bigger stone in the heart shape, and this one is perfectly cut and still brilliant cutting. And I'm showing it to you as the top of the hour has arrived. Welcome in. It's 112-3969. It's our heart-shaped natural yellow diamond. We just spent a lot of time talking about a yellow diamond oval. Now we're going from 51 points on the oval that we had in the pendant to a carat 51. Or carat 50 rather, and it's I don't know why I threw in that extra point, probably thinking about the 51 point oval. This is a carat 50. So a very large but heart shape. 112-3969. It's 18 karat two-tone gold. It's going to be yellow and white gold to complement the diamonds. It has a starting point of that carat and a half. That's the heart shape VS yellow. There are additional yellow diamonds you're seeing, double row, and then of course that side has that middle row. Yellow diamonds at 32 points of extras. And then it's another 1 carat of the white diamonds. So we're talking about 282 overall. That's incredible. It's also the best price we have in a yellow diamond sitting here. Now it's your first time seeing it. Welcome to the show again. If you are just tuning in, welcome to our Saturday. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Glad you're with us for this final hour of our Saturday together of shopping, and a couple of great items still to come. Actually, we're going to show you some recaps later. We've got the diamond band is coming up right after this, but this was too good a value. I wanted to kind of sneak it in here right at the top of the hour so you can see this value, because this is always, I mean, you know about these carat weights. We've seen these a couple times now, not always in a heart shape, but usually in an oval or a cushion is where the carat and a halves are. It is that much more rare to get a heart shape that still has that big size to it. It's very grand. But also, you're getting a better value than that whole $16,999, which is on this bag, by the way, which is right there. We're doing a lot better. It's one only. It's as is. So the only thing we need to know is your ring size. Whatever your ring size is, or if you're gifting and you're not sure, go with a 7 and figure it out from there. But obviously, you can always send it back and we can resize it if you need to know later. But here's what we've got for you. A $17,000 ring. And there is a very specific reason that I wanted it here right now at this point of the show. right here at the top of the hour. There is a very important reason, and that is because we're taking over $10,000 off the price, and you're not paying $69.99, which is already, I'm not kidding, that's where it's supposed to be. Look at this. There's the ring, there's the price tag, that's the ring, that's the price tag. And now it's not even $69.99. So this is the value to take advantage of. There's one opportunity, there's one piece, and this is what it looks like on the hand. You got to see that, because how often do we see a carat and a half heart shape? How often do we see any heart shape in a yellow diamond? And here's what this one looks like of that size. How sweet it is, isn't it? Beautiful, rare, this striped effect that you're getting, because it's actually a triple row on the side, so it goes white, yellow, white on each side. So it gives it a little more heft to the width of the band on the sides. Then, of course, that is a triple halo. Count them, 1, 2, and 3 halos, 2 in yellow, 1 in white. And it's not $69.99 either. When I tell you pieces are going to go, it's just from a lot of years of knowing value and a lot of years of working with shoppers like yourselves who really who expect value. And then when we start to tumble down to these unexpected values that get a little too good, they go. It's that simple. We've got our 5-row or 5-stone diamond band coming up next, so it's great for stacking. You could actually stack and layer with just about anything. But this is the ring you wear, give as a gift. Think about like the anniversary, the birthday coming up. Could it be an unorthodox way to do an engagement style? Yeah, heart-shaped diamond. I mean, what says I love you better than a heart-shaped stone? And it's not going to be $69.99. It's not going to be $59.99. We have got a blowout. And remember where this adds up to, $282. $282. We have seen in this last week, calendar week, we've seen usually that carat weight go for what? $79.99 and $89.99. If you've watched the shows, you know that. On a total carat weight basis, granted, those did not start with a heart-shaped yellow diamond. They started with more commonplace stones. So to be able to take a discount, and there is only one, stays as is. Again, all we need to know is your ring size. That is it. But it's not going to be $59.99 either. We're going to blow it out right now. We're going to make this super easy, and it's going to be $4,999, and we are 30 seconds away, I would imagine, from saying goodbye to that. Because no way, you know the values. You know what we've had. You know what's usually here when we talk about yellow diamonds of that size. This is a whole different world that you're seeing right now. And $282, all VS, every single thing from the center stone on down, all VS material. Do not wait on that one. It's only one. Be the perfect way to celebrate anything, really. I mean, really, if that's just, if you want, even if it's just your love for diamonds, right? And the fact that this whole design is meant to emphasize that rare cut in the middle, that's what the whole thing really drives that point home. We could have put the heart shape in a lot of different mountings, but to really bring that out and show you that triple halo, that's hard to do, where you create 3 different halos and still maintain that heart shape, where you're using big diamonds. It's so complex, and it's why a lot of people are going to shy away from ever even working with the heart shapes. Here is your chance to get something very special. $49.99, gotta go. All right, so we've got the band coming up. I know this is what everyone's probably waiting for, because if there's one piece of jewelry in this world that I can say confidently everybody could use, everybody could wear, and I can't say that about everything. I can't even say it about this heart shape. I get it. Some people like heart shapes, some people don't, and that's okay. I'm in camp. I don't really love heart shapes typically. It's not my thing. But again, some people are, some people aren't. That's okay. I can't say that's for everybody for that reason. What I can say everybody typically needs in their jewelry collection is a band. Now, that could mean a million things. That could be a plain gold band. It could be a larger band, a wider band, a skinnier band. It could be any kind of band. Then there's the diamond band world, which is usually, again, same thing. Any size diamonds, little diamonds, bigger diamonds, medium diamonds. And then there's the setting. And that's really, as we again welcome you into our last hour today. Saturday morning's here. It's now afternoon, I think everywhere now, unless you're watching in maybe, I don't know, somewhere across the world. But welcome in to our Saturday afternoon here. It's our last 54 minutes, and that's it. And we've got a very special ring that I know we've been awaiting. And this is the one that I wish, had we had more quantity, I would have been telling you about it for months in advance. Didn't have that luxury because we don't have a lot of these to go around. And why? Very simple. The diamonds in this ring are each individually over 30 points. So there are 5. It's a carat 53 in total, and that means they're a little skosh over 30 points each. That's a big diamond. A lot of us would be very, very content getting one 30-point VS diamond in a round brilliant. The fact there are 5 matched to perfection, set across the band, but here's the kicker. Here's what we heard you wanted. And it makes sense because a lot of us love the diamonds by the yard. A lot of us love the concept of a diamond looking bigger than it even is, because even if it's 30 points, let's face it, if it's 30, we want 50. If it's 50, we want a carat. A lot of us think that way in the terms of diamonds. So this is the beauty of getting something that actually gives you that look where, yeah, they're already big diamonds, 30 plus pointers, but they look bigger because you're surrounding it with a bezel. It's not just a diamond floating within a basket. It's got a bezel. The eye, I'm trained in diamonds. I've educated at GIA. I've been educated by the GIA in diamonds. You can't tell when it's a bezel set. I could give my best 22-year of experience guess as to the size of those diamonds visually, and I'll be wrong, because I'm going to guess those stones are more like 75 pointers when they're 30 because of the bezel. And that is really the difference maker. It's why so many of us have asked for this. Give us a band, because even the 5-stone band we do with a 1 carat diamond weight looks microscopic next to this one. It's item number 1124-152. Why did the phone line suddenly get busy? Because everyone's waiting on this band ring. That is also, by the way, in addition to that bonus we just talked about of making the diamonds look bigger, bezels are really good because think about it. There are no prongs. The bezel is the setting. It makes it smooth. There's nothing sharp. There's nothing to catch. There's nothing where if you're working with the pets and the animals and the little kids and the babies and you're, hugging those grandbabies that suddenly their little cheek is scratched because of your ring, right? How many times have we heard that? There are women who literally avoid prongs at this point because they want something smooth. Now, I can't speak on, I don't have any grandkids and I don't have any kids, but I will tell you this. I really don't want my jewelry to stag my sweaters or my silks or tights or anything else because I like my fashion. So I don't want, we pay good money for fashion these days too. So I don't want my jewelry fighting with my fashion. And that's where a bezel has that practical level, but it's also really beautiful because it makes the diamonds look bigger. And they're huge. Carat 53, 5-stone style, looks like an eternity band when it's on. So that no matter what your ring size is, they go all the way across the top of the hand. As far as you see, it looks like an eternity band. And it's comfortable. And it's big. And it's bold. And it also stacks really nicely next to other things. So if you want to pile them up, you can. But let's take a look at this. It's going to be very limited because the diamonds are huge. So that's what makes us limited here. And we're going to make it really, really, really affordable for you. Thank you so much. Good ring. Deborah. Well, Deborah, we'll have your request coming up next. And just when I said that, I had a flashback. I felt like I was acting on my favorite show right now. When I said Deborah. Anyone else obsessed with hacks? It's my favorite show. But anyway, highly recommend it. But this is my fabulous, yes, worthy of a superstar, worthy of, no matter if you live in Sin City or Los Angeles or anywhere else. This is the ring you need to have if you can handle a lot of flash and fire. Let's take a look at it, and we're going to knock this down. I did some comparison shopping for you because it's easy to do. I didn't actually use my legs and walk into stores because we have the World Wide Web to help us out with. I just heard on the radio this morning that in 2000, which was only 24 years ago, only 41% of households had internet. So that is just shocking, right? Because 2000 doesn't sound like that long ago, right? And back then, only 40% of households had internet. So hopefully by now, you've got some way to reach the World Wide Web so you can do these comparison shop prices on bands like this without having to leave the house, because that's the way to do it. But this is where, again, you would spend easily, if we're talking VS stones, you're usually going to have to go get it custom made, which, oof, scary time already. But even if you're talking about SI stones, the cheapest price I could find on a band like this was $32,000. That's because they're big 30-point plusers. Now, we've got busy lines already. No surprise why. They're white bright stones, and they're all bezel set, and you can see there are 5 perfectly matched and mated stones set in. It will still be your choice of gold. And you're probably thinking now, well, Lolo, is it going to be the case where if I do get the yellow or the rose, are the diamonds still going to look bigger than they are? Yes, they will. I promise you they will. But maybe that effect, I think, is achieved at its highest degree with the white gold. So if you are going after that, you may want to think about the white gold over anything else. If you really want those stones to just be framed in the same gold color that matches the white, like white and white, right? Because the yellow gold just gives the eye a little break there. When the white gold and white diamond meet, it just continues the look. So it's really hard for the eye to discern how big the stone is. If it's yellow gold, you have a little break from the white diamond to the yellow gold. Same with the rose gold. So just think about that. And stacks really well. Can be a great wedding band. So if you need that wedding band or that wedding band upgrade, maybe yours is plain gold or it's smaller diamonds and you're ready to go a little bit bigger, this is your excuse to do it because the price tag is teeny tiny. Our price was $69.99. And yes, that beats the $30,000 plus retail. So yay for us. $6,999. I'd like to save. Would you like to save $23,000 on a ring? I would. We're not asking for $69.99. Don't worry, don't fret. We are still TVON. Last time I looked at that plasma behind me, it still says TVON. So we're meaning big value. Big value. The very, very best in value. On a 5-stone bezel, it's our first time bringing it. First time. Bezel set diamonds by the yard lovers. There's the match. There's the compliment. We're going to show it from a distance. Wait till you see this on. It's spectacular. Doesn't catch, doesn't scratch, doesn't do anything that it shouldn't do except look great. And that's all we ask of our diamond jewelry, right? Be bright, be white. Look at the finishing on the inside, by the way, how it's a basket that's still open wide. Look at the rainbows coming out from inside on the underside of those stones. So impressive, so important. Here's what you want to see. You want to see it on my hand. Take a look. And this is why when I do this, smooth. Smooth as silk, as melted butter. That's what it feels like. And yet, look at the size. On an extremely, let's face it, longer hand, smaller finger, longer hand. That's just, again, for size reference here because it would look very different if you had a smaller hand. It would look different if you had a size, a smaller finger. Maybe you wear a size 3 or 4. It would look different if you have maybe a size 8. That's the thing. It's always big stones, so it will never look small on anybody. Even if you have a little larger ring size, it will be big, impressive diamonds. It's not going to be $69. I love this idea. $3,500 set to be our incredible top of the hour price for this Saturday. Last hour of the show here, well into it. And we're not doing $3,500. That is what my absolute rock bottom is. Let me tell you, we got to make up for some lost time today. And so I'm going to have to just basically call an audible here. And I'm going to make it a lot less than $3,500. Do we have anybody on the lines thinking about it? I know we got several people talking about pieces from earlier today. Makes sense. Some of our key pieces still here. This Nailed It collection in the necklace still here. But this ring, you will wear every day. Could be, by the way, a thumb ring, pinky ring, middle finger, index finger, or the ring finger. So pick a finger, it works. Pick a hand, pick a finger. Doesn't need to be left hand ring finger at all. It looks great there. Most of us need to wear some kind of ring there, so this is a great candidate. But it'd be great anywhere on the hand, anywhere. And it's easy peasy because, again, sits low profile, smooth as silk, not even $3,000 to get you 30-point diamonds, which I always like to reference because it's a fact still, 25 points. 25 points is the average size of an engagement ring in the U.S. 25 points. These are 30 plus. So you get, it's like having 5 engagement rings in one. And yet, I bet you nobody paid under $3,000 for that quarter-carat engagement ring. That would be tough to do if it's a decent quality. You're getting 5 of those diamonds, but they're bigger and better. And it's not $3,000, and it's not going to be $29.99. It gets better. This is why it's top of the hour. This is why you got to shop it now. It's not even going to be $29.99. Already 2 are gone. We don't have a lot of these because obviously each one takes 5 stones. They're bigger stones. If I had access to this every day of the year, I would bring this ring every day of the year. Trust me, I wouldn't have been 8 years here before I brought this ring. If it was easy to get 30 pointers, if it was easy to make, if it was easy to get VS stones at a great value, trust me, it would have been here years ago. There's a reason it's the first time ever is we got a heck of a deal on the diamonds, but just not many of them. And when you get a deal on diamonds, we don't just say, oh, good, opportunity to make more money. No, we pass along that value to you. We give you the better value. You get the better deal. We get excited about it. We're proud of that. Diamonds are always, we talked about this earlier, diamonds are on the rise. They always go up. They go up. Historically, they always have. They don't lose their value. The diamond market doesn't crash. So it's really tough. And diamonds are in demand worldwide, especially sizes like this for stud earrings, diamond pendants, rings, solitaires, you name it. People have to get married, right? Diamonds, especially in round brilliance, are always in demand, which is why specifically why you don't get a good deal outside of TVON on diamonds like this and why they're always moving up. If you looked back and you go, why, I got married 20 years ago and yeah, I looked at diamond prices today. They're really big. Yeah, that's what happens. And gold's doing the same. And this ring is all just gold and diamonds. That's all there is to it. Labor costs more too than it used to. So there's all of that, which makes this value even better. And it's not even $29. Call me. So I don't think we need to move the price at all. We have a lot of customers online now. They see the value and they're taking advantage of it. Instead, we're taking it lower than $29 or $28 or $27 or even $2,699. You're getting 5 30-point plusers. This is not typical. This is, I would, and Susan has the greatest question. You were reading my mind, Susan, because I told you it would look great as a pinky ring, but let me show you how it looks great as a pinky ring. Obviously, this is far too big for my pinky, but I'm going to hold it there anyways and show you what it would look like if you want to go larger on a pinky ring. Sure, do it. Well, again, you can do that all day long. For reference, this is a size 6 or 7 right now, and I wear a size 3.5. So again, it's a little large, just ring size wise, but it would work, as I don't think it's a personal preference thing. This is what I was telling you for a thumb ring. If you want to go ultra chic on a thumb ring, it would look like that. There it is as a thumb ring on me, so you can get that idea. Obviously, middle finger, index finger, ring finger, it all works beautifully there, but it's also not $26.99, and maybe the significance of 5. 5 stones, well, that's what we knew makes the across the way look, but maybe that 5 number is significant to you. I know it is to me. This is not going to be $26.99. It's not, and you know what, as much as I like $25.99 with the significance of the 5 there, we're going to make it even better. Even better. I don't even want to do $25.55. Let's go lower than that. We've already got 4 of them spoken for, and it looks like far more on the way. But remember, I don't have that many to go around. That's the problem. So instead of $25.55, let's just blow it out. $24.99 for our 5 stone. Largest ever bezel set diamond ring. And then operators, let me know if you do have 1 or 2, because it's another ring that's stackable or for ring guards as well. So that's the thing. We'd love to encourage you to think about getting 2 of them, spending under $5,000, getting 2, which would give you 3 carats plus in diamonds, which is, again, out of just 5 stones per ring. That's pretty impressive. All 30-point plusers. So lovely piece. Final 60 seconds. They're almost sold out, just like that. And then let us know what requests you have, because I don't think we have any more requests, or do we? I've got the 1 coming up, obviously for Deborah. And then, sorry, Deborah, the request came in right during this diamond presentation, but thank you for your patience. We'll show you a beautiful unheated Tanzanite coming up next. And then any other requests, I'd love to open it up for the next 40 minutes to all requests. Let's make it all requests if we can. You tell us what you're looking to see, but I can't find one for under $30,000, and that was for a much lower quality diamond out in retail. So it's a good way to go, and don't forget about our nailed it necklaces that we brought you today for $777. Let me show Deborah her request here in 20 seconds. We've got our unheated Tanzanite. We sometimes lovingly call the peacock Tanzanites because they do look a little bit like the blue greens that you'd see in a peacock feather, but we've got unheated zoisite coming up, and that'll be on the way. It's our last call, though. Here it is on the hand one more time. Let me pop it on a middle finger here as well, because sometimes those are usually our larger fingers, are the middle and the index, but that's where it doesn't look small at all because of the big size you're getting. So it really seems to work well and be balanced for even the larger fingers of our hand here, which is great. So that's very, very nice. So you got it. Hey, sure, I got your email. That's funny. Yeah, I was wondering why it came. I didn't know why. I didn't know I got an email, 2 emails from you from 2 different addresses. But thank you, Sherry, for explaining. All right, coming up. Here we go. $24.99. Last call. And then do we have another one? Jess, you're getting 1 too? All right, so another one going out. 2 over here. So I got your 2. They're stacking or doing ring guards or gifting. That's great. And then we have a little bit more on the way. This is really good. It's a beautiful ring. And again, I get it. Some people are like, so a band is a band is a band is a band. Well, there's big differences between different diamond bands. Even usually what I have here is a 1 carat. I have a 5-stone ring that I've brought you for off and on for 8 years. And it's really important. It's great value, it's great diamonds, it's round brilliance, they're prong set. But it's a 5-stone style with 1 carat. And that's great. They're 20 points each. But you know how the diamond world works. As you get up in bigger sizes, they get exponentially more rare. Therefore, they get exponentially more costly. That is why you pay, if you're thinking $30,000 seems like a lot for a diamond ring somewhere else, That's what they go for. And that's in a lesser quality. These are still VS diamonds that you're getting here, which I think needs to be emphasized because of the fact that they are so big. I mean, it's one thing to do accent stones and VS stones like we do all the time, 1-pointers, 2-pointers, 3-pointers, but when you're magnifying that and getting into this level here where you have a 30+ pointer all the way throughout, that's a different animal in VS, and that's why they get so pricey elsewhere. Big sizes are rare. That is what it's all about. So thank you, Ashley. I assume you're talking about this ring, and I do. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ashley, for your kind words. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. Hi, Ashley. Welcome to, I guess, YouTube, it sounds like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so $24.99. Well, Ashley, if you have any inspo for me, Tuesday's my day, so, you know, and I've been very, very, very neutral and boring with my nails lately, so if you have any inspo you want to share, Ashley, and pass along my way, I'm open to it. All right, so let's go. We've got a very special stone coming up. This is our unheated. Oh, this is one of the best. I've seen this 4 or 5 times now, and every time I marvel at it because there's a lot of unheated Tanzanite we'll do, and they usually don't have as distinctive a difference of color. This one's really about that I love the fact that it's really purple at the top, it's really purple at the bottom, and really the center point is that really distinctive green. It goes from purple blue to green to purple blue, and it's unheated. Special, rare is what it is. This is a rare story. That's what this is. Because you're always telling me to get the blue wing block D. Yes, best color, but all Tanzanite, for the most part, most all, is heated. Have you ever seen the opportunity to get an unheated Tanzanite? I actually have a couple of the goldens here. They're very pricey. I have golden Tanzanites that are also, they're golden zoisites, they're unheated. They have a yellow-green color to them. I've got 2 of them, they're both 20 grand. The one's a ring, one's a pendant. But if you want the blues and the greens and what we call the peacock tones, because they go from, kind of think of the peacock feather and the eye of the peacock feather where it's got those iridescent blues and greens, that's what this looks like a little bit. So it's kind of what we've nicknamed it. It's 1123,858, and it's done with pink and white diamonds on the side. 360 is the size of the Tanzanite oval. Did that just get livelier? Look at the greens, how they're coming to life. Then you've got a 360 in the middle with also 29 points in pink diamonds and 20 points in white. So a grand total, it'll be almost a half carat in diamonds because your pink diamonds are the bigger of the 2. And I love that. So even though there's 2 rows of the white diamonds, you see they're smaller. So love that we get you the big pink diamonds. I mean, what a way to just elevate and dress up the already rare unheated zoisite that you're looking at, which came from the same place, still from the Tanzanian wine, the mine, the one and only. But it's got no heating, and as a result, it looks like this, and it looks great. And they don't always look this good, right? You can get unheated stones that are a little more muddled or a little more whatever. They're a little bit less bright. And that's fine and well, it's still rare, but this is really, they're all unique. They really are. And this one even has some flashes of pink and red. Did you notice that? In the purple segments of the stone, you see some pink and red flashes here. So it's not like you're doing without the grand quality we enjoy from really top quality heated stones either. You get it all. It's kind of like you're all in one, and yet it just looks different and pretty, doesn't it? It was $59.99. We got a new markdown. Deborah, let us know if you like it, or if this is the one you're looking for, or if we're just bringing this one out. Well, I'll tell you what, it's the best one I've seen. And we have many, and there's some really expensive material as well. And this is my preference for the color blend that it has and just the way it shows it off in the cutting. And the best part is it's under $2,500 today. It's $24.99. Same exact price as that diamond band we just did, except here you get a unheated Tanzanite, and you get pink, and you get white diamonds on the side. So a pretty special way to go there. And don't forget our yellow diamond heart shape is still here. So yellow diamond heart shape, carat and a half, under 5,000, still here. Also the cat's eye emerald bracelet that I had earlier. I know I brought it out way too early, but just a little heads up if you missed the first 20 minutes of the show, this bracelet is under $13,000, and yet it's priceless, really. When you talk about what it's worth versus what we're asking, vastly different. Under $13,000 is what we're asking. I could never replace this. Yes. What's that? Oh, the ring is gone. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, so the ring is gone. Did Deborah get it? I hope so. It was our requester. Always rooting for the requesters there. Maybe not, maybe so, I don't know. Let's take a look at this, though. I want to see a big value. There's a Tahitian pearl here that is dubbed silver, and I think that's absolutely accurate. However, it's not lacking the luster we want in a pearl. Whether it's a white pearl, a golden pearl, a black pearl, those are all the base colors. We always want to see an iridescent, multicolored luster. You still have that here on this silver pearl. 1123-611 is your item number. My favorite part of the prongs. I just think it's cool. I love the prongs. I just think it's a huge addition. It's really, you gotta be real careful the way you do prongs for a pearl, because you're obviously dealing with a massive diameter here in this 14.5, set in platinum, by the way. So love that. And then you've got this beautiful row of long tapered baguettes on the sides that are all channel set together to create that curve around the sides. If that is not just elegance in a ring, like if I had to choose out of 20, 30,000 pieces in this inventory and just choose the ring that looked the most elegant, that word, to me, I think of this ring. This ring. It looks like the most elegant woman I've ever known was always my grandmother. She was just elegance personified in every way. The way she carried herself, she was dignified, the way she dressed, the way she the way she treated people was in an elegant way. She had an elegant way about her. And I gotta say that this ring, it looks like something she'd wear. Just beautiful, large, bold. Remember, the largest pearl I've had was here the other day. It was 16 millimeters. This is not far from it at 14.5 millimeters in size. Then it's got that lighter tone. So instead of being a deeper, darker gunmetal, it's got really truly a silvery tone, but it has lavenders, it has pinks, it has greens. I know it's subtle here on camera. That's because our lights are so bright, but those diamonds, 67 points there on those big tapered baguettes. The reason I'm bringing it out is that we got the $12,999 price tag way down, and it is in platinum. We're still going to size that for you. It is still a natural South Sea Tahitian. It's still considered a Tahitian. It's just more of that silvery tone. I'm going to show you the inside, which is finished. And then it's a little tiny bit, I'm going to try to get this on my finger. It's a little bit smaller than what I wear, but I really want you to see it if I can, and I did, and it may not come off because I went over the knuckle, but there it is. That is a very special piece. Take a look at it. We're going to size it. Now, I did want you to see from the side profiles and see how it elevates and see that and see all the respects there. So you can see it's going to sit up a little higher because of its diameter, because that's the same this way as it is this way. It's a round pearl. If it was a potato-shaped pearl or an oval shape or baroque, it might sit lower. But this is going to have, with that diameter you're getting, it's going to give it some lift off the finger as well. And it's not going to be anywhere close to 13,000. So this one's going to be huge value, one collar. I just really cannot put into words how rare a 14.5 millimeter natural pearl is, especially from the South Sea variety. That's it. And the prongs are stable and sturdy enough. They got to support that height of that pearl. That's what it's doing. So that's why I love that they're mirror finished. I love that they're almost triangular in the way they're actually finished at the top. And then they're really holding on to, again, the depth of that pearl, which is important. So that's not going anywhere. And it's a valuable pearl. There's a lot of people that go, a pearl is a pearl. It's kind of like diamonds, right? The world of exotics is a whole different thing. And when you get into this size, it's a next level. It really is. I always equivalent to if I had a 20 karat diamond, it would be exciting. There'd be a lot of oohs and ahs and let's see what it looks like. That's kind of what this is like. It's so big that it's like having a massive diamond, and it's rare to get, and it's gonna be under $3,000. Let's try that. $29.99 saves you 10 grand, and I'm not done. So here we go. I'm not asking for 29, 28, 27. I want it gone. And I really think that, okay, I'm maybe not presenting it as elegant as the ring is, but the point is you're getting a deal. And that's what I'm here to do. Because at this point, we got to move jewelry. We have literally 29 minutes to do it. So instead of $27.77, I'll blow it out for $26.99 only. There's one. It's gorgeous. It's in heavy platinum. And those are all big diamonds around it too. And so you get what is also a June birthstone. So June babies who have their white pearls, great, but you could collect and get into the exotics of the pearls like this one for $26.99. All right, you guys ready? We haven't done an auction all day long. And I don't have one. I don't have one scheduled. I don't have one planned. I don't have anything here. I'm just going to make something up here. And I think it might just have to be a blue wing block D opportunity that maybe gets away from 25 carats. Should it be our 6 carat 26 that is a specialty cut? Oh yeah, the first time ever seeing this cut, you're probably thinking, Lolo, that looks like an oval. So poor girl needs to go back to that ophthalmologist that she loves so much. Well, let me do this. I have a specialty cut here because it's an elongated oval, and there's something happening. First of all, I can't get past the sheen of what's happening around that stone. But you know what? I have got a piece here that 6 carat 26. Glad we have the carat weight because I would have guessed 10 carats. There is a different proportion to this oval than others, and that is the fact that it is subtly and slightly elongated. So it's giving you that effect where beautiful on the hand, flattering look when it's on your finger, but it's also giving you, as a result, a bigger look. It looks bigger. And there's a lot of us that understand that if you're getting a 10 carat, it's going to cost you more than a 6 carat. So let's get you the 10 carat look at the 6 carat price. It's actually, I'm going to call it the TVON carat weight because it's a 626. It happens to be there twice on that phone number here. So it's our carat weight. That's just coincidence. Okay, so just pointing it out because that number is always up there. So 4142 is the item number. It's a 6 carat 26 oval. We have not seen a cut like this before. It also has 72 points in diamonds. Perfect halo. Who wants to keep it classic? Who wants to just keep it classic? You know, that style where you're going, should I do a bridge? Should I do a double halo? They do some wild designs. We have dolphins. We have literally dolphins jumping into Tanzanite. We do some wild designs in blue wing block Ds. But if there's just any doubt or what should I do or where should I go, it's here. What are you going to love now? What are you going to love 10 years? What are you going to love 20 years? What's your great-great-great-granddaughter going to love that you haven't met yet? What's she going to love? Because if you don't think she's going to have this ring, I sure hope this is still in the family collection many generations down the line because it's still going to be the best Tanzanite out there. So all of that in a 626, and we've got moments left in the show, 25 minutos, guys. We got to blow some jewelry out of here. And this is going to be my only chance. Let's do it. $79.99 should be. Let's skip it. Let's go away from that. Let's get you an auction opportunity. Let's send it way, way down in price when all the Tanzanite of the world is skyrocketing right now. It's sad to see that, you know, you're seeing prices really skyrocket on really just very basic material, very attainable material, meaning it's everywhere, it's light color, it's nothing special about it, except for the fact that it's one source Tanzanite, and the Tanzanite mining is slowing, the production is slowing. Well, this is our chance right now. You know, and I don't think it's an auction day. Plus, we have to start somewhere around $6,500, and I don't think, as much of a discount as that is, I'm not sure that's going to do it. So here we are, ready to go, ready to get this classic. I've got to try it on so you can really see how different this cut is. For being classic, it's still different, and here's why. Let's take a look at this. There it is. See how elongated that is? How beautiful, but really just your go-to. And there's a lot of people who are still saying, I don't have one yet. Where should I go? What kind of size? What kind of design? Where should I go? Go here. Go here. 65, 55, 45. You know what? Skip the auction. Let's just blow it out. I'm not even asking for $4,500 to open, or we're not even asking for $3,500 just to sell it. I don't think I'm going to get the activity today for an auction tone. I really don't. So I just don't want to go through the trouble. And they're lengthy and they're time consuming. And you know what? Let's skip it. I can just, if we're going to discount anyways, if we're going to go backwards anyways, I can do that on my own and save us some airtime. So let's take it lower than even $3,500 and get you. I know it sits at a little bit of an angle. That's only because it's that halo with the bigger diamonds, so the prongs kind of don't allow it to sit evenly sitting here on the wheel. But it's going to be that perfect classic halo. We're not even doing $3,500. One caller gets it. Blue Wing Block D coming to an end rapidly so. Don't have a lot of days left with this material. Very few stones to work with. That's why. And they're set. What we have is set. So it's a matter of how many do we show you per day going forward that's going to determine when our final Blue Wing Block D is. I had an email the other day. She said, I don't care what it is. I just want the last one for posterity. She wants the last Tanzanite. You know, she just wants the last one. So here we are, $3,500. Not going to be, because that's not doing it. Do you hear the phones ringing? No, me neither. So let's make it even better, and we'll save you an extra instant. What have we saved you so far? Quite a bit. $4,500 of savings. Let's go even more. Let's make it a cool $5,000 of savings, and you spend $29.99 to get our 6 carat 26 in this elongated oval. And then what are we going to do? So we've had the high-end museum of like cat's eye emerald bracelets. We've had really, really rare pearls, huge sizes. We've had affordable, like $5.99 Tanzanite earrings. What I think we need, do we dare? Do we even dare consider bringing up a museum grade Padparasha and marking that down? Perfect pod, never shown it. Let's see what you think. That's a Padparasha right there in a floral design. Oh, that's not inexpensive, but I'll tell you, that's the best Padparasha I've had here. And it's a carat 56 in size. We got some recaps, so that's what I think is best to do right now. We're going to put up some jewelry that has all been presented earlier, and we're going to ask you guys if you have any questions about any of it. Quick question, guys. Do we have the Kunzite still available or not? I'm not sure if that Ashercut is still here. Actually, I don't have that much here in rings to recap. We've got a couple pendants, a couple necklaces, one pair of earrings, but let's get you a look at some of the rings that you may have missed, because I respect your Saturday, and I know it's a busy time of year when, trust me, when it takes 2 hours to get here on a Saturday morning, the people are out and about doing things, and it's not even a holiday weekend yet. So I know it's busy out there, and hopefully weather's good and all that, but let's show you. Did the Kunzite go, Jess? Okay, thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and recap what we have here. I'm going to start, and we're going to anchor this wheel with our Kunzite, because this was the 15 karat plus. It's a 15 karat 19 Kunzite with a very large 13-point diamonds. I also had more recently, we saw this heart-shaped yellow diamond. That's beautiful. It's a carat 50. Then I'm a little surprised, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong on any of these, but the big diamond ring, the big designer baguette and round diamond ring still here. 8612 was the number on that one. That's going to get you a carat 32 in diamonds, our last of its kind by this designer. Also more recently had that beautiful platinum setting with that silvery tone South Sea pearl. Take a look at that. So we got some good ones here, don't we? And yet everything on this wheel, and everything, and I mean everything, including this yellow diamond, because that's going to be the pricier piece on the wheel, everything is $49.99 or less. And then there's one more thing to show you. Yes, we just saw the Tanzanite, but I'm going to throw in something that's also going to be marked down that you haven't seen, because this would be the star purple sapphire. Are you kidding me? It's a purple red. It's, listen to the size though. It's a 5 carat 13. What is happening when we get an asterism in a sapphire? I'll take any sapphire that's 5 carats and be very proud to show it. The fact this is a 5 carat 13 sapphire and then it has a phenomenal thing going on like an asterism, very impressive, and it's in the signature mounting. So my question is, do any of those rings catch your eye? Because I'm a very discerning jewelry shopper, and they are all something, I'm like salivating over each and every one of them. They're absolute beauties, every one of them. They really are. And just for the sake of symmetry, I'm going to move that over and put that in the center. Just because, why not? Then we got our purples and our pinks off in the corners here. And that bright yellow heart-shaped, and these have all been presented except for this one, but now, I told you they're $49.99 or less, so that means that 5 carat 13 star sapphire, whether you want to call it star ruby, I honestly, it's on the edge right now. It's purple, but it's red, so it's red, but it's purple. So if you want to call it a sapphire, do that if you see more purple. If you're seeing more red, call it a ruby. Either way, it's all corundum, it's all the same material, and it is under $5,000. Actually, the 5 carat 13 star sapphire is actually going to go less than that. That's up there. Rarity beyond. We're talking about, again, a wheel full of museum caliber, extra super duper rare. Not a single piece up here, though, is going to be $5,000, or the $49.99 only applies to the yellow diamond. That star sapphire should be, it's on my bag for $99.99. We're not doing that. We're going to go less, and we're going to take it under $4,000 for the star sapphire, which is a 5 carat 13. 513. Star, ruby, or sapphire, depending on what you see more of. And then it's got the carat 19 in diamonds. So this ring right here, the one we are just putting up for the first time, on this wheel, we just want to give you some variety to think about and look at. That ring, that very stone, that piece is $39.99 for a 513. So here's what it looks like on. Just giving you a look at it. We can even change the gold if you want to go yellow gold. You can, no problem. But it is going to be $39.99 for that very ring, where normally there will be one centered star, does move along the surface of the stone there. It's actually, it's internal needles that actually allow that star effect to happen. That's $39.99. Okay. So back to a recap as well, because this is something you may have missed. If you weren't with me earlier and you've seen me wearing it, and I'm getting a lot of questions like, so what is that necklace and why are you wearing your own personal jewelry again? Well, I'm not. It's actually the piece we debuted here today is our designer Nailed It collection. It's the last of the collection, actually. It's the necklace. And we're going to share that with you one last time in case you missed the presentation. It's amazing. We have a couple left for you that we can create. This is what it looks like. That's the piece I'm wearing, and that's going to be your close-up on that one, and it's got that nail design we love. This is yellow gold, white gold, or rose gold. I'm going to show it to you one more time because obviously it's been our bestseller of the day. Completer piece to the collection that included a bangle and a ring earlier in the last few months. Here's what it looks like in the yellow gold, and then we've got the rose and the white to show you also, but look at how pretty this is. A sizable piece as far as the diameter of the nail. It's circular, as you can see, but it's not enclosed. So what that allows you to get is, first of all, it's solid, it's mirror finished, it's front and back diamonds as well, and you've got that point done in the pave as well as around the very, very edge of the nail head. Now, this is all going to be solid gold. It is attached to the chain, so you are not buying a pendant and supplying your own chain, because we're well aware, because you might look at the price tag that we have and you think, okay, that makes sense, but I'm going to have to go now invest into another $600–700 for the chain. It's all attached. So it is a full-on, as the graphic shows you here, it's a full-on necklace. So it's the perfect chain gauge for the perfect style piece. It's all proportional. It's adjustable. Don't worry. We thought of everybody here. We thought of the 16 and the 17 and the 18-inch lovers. We put it all in so that you've got the adjustability and the premium lobster claw clasp. It's in white, yellow, or rose. You cannot go wrong. I'll tell you, when we debuted this for the very first time earlier, it was actually a piece that a lot of people were taking more than one gold color of. So, you know, getting set up with whether they're gifting or whether they're thinking about, you know, matching to the day of what they're wearing that day, this is where you have all three options. So I'm going to show you the white gold, we'll show you the rose gold, but it's $777 when the retailer gets $4,500 for lesser diamond weight. So keep that in mind. It's either you can get our style with more diamond weight for $777, no tax if you live outside of California, or you can go to the retailer or shop it online and get it for $4,500, which would include tax, which would be meaning tax on top of that, and you're getting lesser diamond weight from the designer than our white gold there. Here's our rose gold. So if you missed that earlier, it's a beautiful wearable piece too. It's not like it's the maybe save for a special occasion. I think there's something really wearable about it. I had it stacked earlier. Love that look. Easy to do that with the adjustability we've thrown in here as well, where you see those O-rings give you a 16, 17, and 18-inch option. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do and get that beautiful rose, get the white or the yellow. But it's a last call because we did present it earlier. It was extremely popular. And now just wanted to give you a last call chance opportunity on it if you'd like it. So $777, what a value. And it's great for gifting. See, I'm somebody who I would love if I had the opportunity, and I like to spoil people in my life just because that's what I like to do, and I love to shop, and so, you know, and I love designers, and I, you know, when you really, I spoil a lot of people in my life with jewelry because, you know, it's my business. But I got to tell you, when it looks like you went to that big designer, that you'd have to be in a big city to even go to the store and pay $4,500 to get a necklace, and when it looks identical and gives you more diamond weight, and you only had to pay $777, I think gifting. I mean, obviously, if you love it for yourself, I think it's a treat me moment, meaning treat yourself moment. But, right, you can't forget about you because you know you're going to wear it and love it. It's not that piece you're saving for a special occasion. This is your signature style. And we've offered the bangle, we've offered the ring. They've been very popular. This is for my necklace gals who love something stackable, layerable. You can see how it moves on the chain. So again, it's not stationary or soldered to one point. It's still going to have movement. It just doesn't come off the chain because that's really crucial, I think. You want it all contained as one necklace. So that's the pertinent information you need to know. But when you have, if you are thinking about that, or you struggle with that person on your list, and you know whether it's something that you want to impress, we always want to impress people we care about. Like we want to wow them, we want them to love what we give them. But honestly, if you've got that person on your list who's really into the designer stuff, or they're really hard to impress because they have everything, or you feel like you can never spoil them the way you want to because they spend a lot on themselves, or whatever the case may be. If they know designer, if they like couture, if they're into fine jewelry, and you just figure, well, there's no way, they're out there spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on fine jewelry, I'm going to tell you, they'll be impressed by this. And this styling is just so iconic. It's been around since the 70s. This is the early 70s is when this design was first developed by that designer. And it's really taken off since. It's become more and more popular. I can't speak, I wasn't around in the 70s, but I've read about it. And you know, as a classic iconic style, you know about this design, but it's more popular now, I gotta believe, than it was in the 70s and 80s and 90s, because this style is just really kind of like the look right now. And of course, there are bangles, there are rings, there are different versions. They even do a collar, which I got to tell you is, you know, solid gold, the whole nail all the way around is a collar. We know you guys, we know you love necklaces. We know that collars are not nearly as popular because they're a little more structured, they're a little more heavy, they're maybe not as wearable, they're a little uncomfortable at times. So we did the necklace version, which again is $4,500, so you can look it up yourself. Go to that website, you know, French designer, red boxes, gold script, you know who I'm talking about. They're the ones that do this. And we have just given you that beautiful, our interpretation of it, our beautiful quality, which is on point or better than theirs, higher diamond weight, and it's $777. So there's just nobody that knows designer jewelry would think you spent a penny less than $4,500 to get it. And there is something with value and perceived value, right? And when something has a well-known, iconic status look that's got a very well-known perceived value, I think it's kind of fun to get it for $777. Yes.
Terry picked one up in yellow gold.
Oh.
To say that you look precious today. She said always fit. She really likes your outfit.
Thank you. That was Terry?
Yes.
Thank you, Terry. From where?
She is in Alabama.
Terry in Alabama, thank you so much. You're very kind, and thank you for shopping today as well. And I am partial to the yellow gold, Terry, so I hear that's what you got as well. So I'm very confident you're going to love it, and thank you so much for shopping, and thank you for all your kind words. I appreciate that, Terry. And that's we love spending our Saturdays together, and I got to tell you, we're going to do it again tomorrow. So in about 10 minutes or so, we wrap this Saturday edition up. But you know, we're back on Sundays at the same time in the same place. So 10 o'clock a.m. all the way till 1 p.m. That's all Pacific time. So we start at 10 a.m. Pacific, then that's noon Central time, and then of course 1 p.m. Eastern. So we'll have a big Sunday. And by the way, I have more bezel set diamonds tomorrow as well. Not rings, but actually a pendant and earrings. So just FYI, got some bigger bezel set diamonds for you tomorrow. If you're interested in bezels and big diamonds and you loved that ring and you want something, you know, maybe to kind of complete the set, we've got that opportunity for you tomorrow. And then also we'll go back to, I just really want to show you this diamond ring. Why, oh, why this is here? No idea. No idea. No clue. No idea. No, not even the foggiest. I just don't understand. This is a really beautiful ring, and I know this design has been something some of you may have given up on, because I'd given word that we had our last. I don't know where this popped up from, but I'm excited that we have 1118612, which is our 82 points in baguettes and 50 points. And I think the struggle here is always quite simple. I'm aware of it. You guys are used to seeing carat weight and figuring 1,000 a carat at TVON. That is not how this designer works, and it's not our design. We didn't make this out of 1 point round brilliant stones. It's baguettes, it's rounds together. And I know a lot of you are doing the math going, isn't that a carat 32? So it should be $1,300, right? Well, actually, the ring was $69.99 here. And it's over, what, $30,000 in the designer world. So it's a little different when you have big individual diamonds. So it's where this design has been heavily reduced, because at $69.99, that was far too high for what we typically see for our diamond values. Wait, do you see this on the flash? I give full warning on these pieces. They are a lot. They're a lot. Like they're really something that you wear and they command attention. You don't wear this and not have people's like heads turning. Double takes. Like everyone is going to be looking at this ring. And whether you're wearing here or here or here, that's up to you. We're going to size it. It's 18 karat gold. We can still size that. But look at how those diamonds individually, forget about the carat weights. The first time I presented it today, I didn't even talk about the carat weights because it doesn't really matter. And it's a detriment to what you're seeing, because I don't think anybody looks at that and thinks carat 32. No, you look at it and you think that looks like a big 3 carat in the middle, and that looks like a half carat, and that looks like a 40 pointer, and that looks like a 1 carat, and that looks like a 1 carat as well. That's what it looks like by using these important baguettes and rounds and putting them together in such a creative and inventive way. And you end up getting sparkle and flash beyond. These are just beautiful rings. And if you are a white diamond lover, I realize we do white diamonds with everything, but we rarely do just white diamonds. And so these are the pieces where if you are like myself and you really love your white diamonds and you really like unique styles, try this. It's $2,499 to get that one. And I have no clue how it's even made it this long into the show. But it's rare for me to show something 3 times in one show. A, because pieces are usually gone. B, because I figure if you've seen it, you know it, and whatever, you don't like it. And that's okay, that happens sometimes. There are pieces that will be here forever, I'll admit that. There are pieces that will never go. There just are. There are some very, very out there pieces. But this is not one of those. So I'm showing it for a 3rd and final time, just figuring maybe somebody just tuned in and is seeing it going, oh my gosh, there's that ring I've been wanting. Or there's that design I've been so attracted to. Or there's that value that I really wanted to get to be proud of my shopping prowess today on this Saturday. There it is. $24.99, one caller only. It's only one. I can't change the gold color. The only thing I need to know is your ring size. It's just impressive. It's a wild ring, and if it's going to be your right hand ring, you know how they always say the left hand is for we, and they used to say that. That's an ad campaign from old, where it was the left hand says we and the right hand says me, which is cute. It's cute. The idea was wear a big diamond ring that shows off your personality, because maybe your left hand has that more, classic solitaire or classic wedding set or what have you, and the right hand can have this big, like over-the-top sparkler. And I do think when you talk about right hand rings or cocktail rings or something you wear on the middle or the index that's really that wow, it's that. And with the floral influence it has, it's really pretty. Okay, so $24.99, you've seen it, you've done it, you basically told me no thanks. And that's okay too. I'll put it back in the vault and we'll save it. But this is, unless it is going right now, which it may be, I do want to recap the yellow diamond heart shape because my gosh, I'm just showing you the things that really have to go before the end of the day. And we're there. We have 6 minutes remaining. And let me know who's got that. And then we'll go to our 1.5 carat yellow diamond heart shape, brilliant cut. I've never seen a value. I've sold a lot of yellow diamonds here. A lot of them, too many to count. Here is the big yellow diamond that's a heart shape. I've not had a 1.5 carat heart shape in a while. Here's our 1.5 carat VS heart shape. It's stunning. It also has yellow diamonds at 32 points around it and has another 1 carat in white diamonds, and that's a grand total of $282. And it's down below $10,000 and in a big way. We got the reduction price on this one for you and just made it $49.99 for our yellow diamond heart shape, which is a one of a kind. So first caller will take it. It's best to just pick up pieces at the end of a show as opposed to waiting till the following day. We're going to be here, but the jewelry probably won't be. So that's the key there, is that you want to call in and get those favorites that you have today before they're gone to somebody else, because at the end of the show is when we really get busy with everyone taking their selections. So the white diamond ring is still here. All right, big white diamond ring is still hanging out. And then we've got the yellow diamond heart shape, but a lot of verifications going on right now. And everything is a one only that I'm showing you. So when it's gone, it's gone. Here's what this heart shape looks like on the hand. Another one that I can't help but think about perceived value. Because if I was, walking hand in hand with you through a retail store on Rodeo Drive and saw this ring, and we said, ooh, let's go in. We saw it in the window. Let's go in and take a look, and let's go try it on, and let's go see how much it is. 6 figures, by all means. There's no way you're getting out of that store paying under 6 figures. So that means $100,000, but it'd probably be more likely $250,000. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a car. So I say get the ring and the car and just save. Yeah, if you're going to spend $250,000, get whatever you want. Get a house, get a car, get a boat, and then have your jewelry to go with it, right? And that's it, $49.99. So that's the deal. You're not spending $250,000. You're spending under $5 million. Even here at TVON, it was $17,000. We've saved you a bundle on top of that. So this is the way to get a heart shape. Last of its kind, by the way. We don't have another heart-shaped yellow in stock. This is it. So our last chance on that one, and for $282 total. To get that for under $5,000, doesn't usually happen. Not for the 282s or anything that gets close to 3 carats. But remember, it's how we got there. And that starts with that big 1.5 carat in the middle, which is what's so important about that one, is that you're starting with such a monumental yellow diamond in the middle of it all. So there it is one more time. Last call on the show. Is there anything I can flash, show you, let you know if it's still available, answer any questions? We're here. We're here for the next 3.5 minutes, literally, to do that. That's what we're here for. So let me know what you're thinking about, what we can help you with. Like I said, we'll be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for more shopping on other items. These pieces will be long gone from the show. So we want to make sure you're taking advantage of anything you like, because Waiting around for another yellow diamond of that price, that's going to be a very lengthy wait. Really want to make sure you get these important pieces. These values today have been stellar. Stellar values on this Saturday, and we would hate for you to miss out on any one of them. So please don't. That's our last 3-minute countdown now. So it is go time on this or anything else that might still be available. This is your chance to pick up your favorites. Don't forget about our Nailed It necklace, the full necklace for $777. Extremely popular today. Our bestseller of the day. Get one, you still can. If you're quick, we've got our big Kunzite that's here. I got to show this star ruby, sapphire ruby. Let's see up close. This is too good. I would call it a star purple sapphire is what I would call it. And it is a star. It's 11202221. And here's our last call on this one. Beautiful piece. It's done with that carat 19 and that signature diamond mounting as well. Good to see that. Finished on the inside, which I'll show you. And then you're getting your choice of gold color. So even if you wanted the richness of the yellow gold around it instead of the white gold, which is beautiful too, your choice completely. Free of charge to change that gold color. There's your interior under gallery. That's what it looks like. Let me go around and block a light here so you know what to expect as our 2 minutes are coming to a close. There it is. So all I did was just block one of the lights. So now that's what you expect to see star-wise when you get it at home. And so it's going to be, I got a huge reduction. Remember, it was $99.99. That was the price tag. We got a big markdown for you on the Saturday and didn't get a chance to bring it up with the graphics, so made a point to do that here. And let's help you out. Let's help you own it. Let's get you the value of a lifetime. It is $3,999, and that is downright collectible. It is a collectible stone. This is not your typical sapphire. We don't have a 5-carat 13. For the record, you want a 513 like regular faceted sapphire? I don't have one. That would be enormous if I did. I don't have one. The fact this is a 5-carat and it gives you the rarity of the asterism, that really is what makes this. And then you add all that diamond weight to it, and we've got it for under $4,000. It's an unheard of value. And we've got a couple pieces left. Those big Tanzanite drop earrings are here. Our big Tanzanite pendant. It's rare, but boy, I'm seeing it more and more these days. Some of our blue wings hanging out with us. So it might mean that everybody's got what they need. I sure hope so, because we're in our last final days of blue wing. Block D till they're sold out. So it's a good time to get any of those accessory pieces like the earrings and pendants if you'd like. And we have our last 30 seconds. Reminder, tomorrow does start at 10 a.m. That is Pacific time. So West Coasters, we'll see you early in the morning. Noon, Central Time Zone, see you at noon. Eastern, 1 p.m. We'll see you then. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for shopping. Any questions, we'll be here for about 5 minutes. Phone lines stay open for you. So if you have any questions we can answer or want to place an order, this is the time to do it. Jot that phone number down. We'll be here helping you out. And thanks again for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. I'll see you then.